Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Eric Bird, here at StopStrugglingNow.com. And tonight, we have to talk about it, the shocking truth about making money. Our wealth is being stolen, ladies and gentlemen. You know I've talked about this in the past. And welcome. Stop Struggling Now gear. Check. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. Now, let's get to it. Right. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. And you see what's on the screen already. I have it. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. You guys know who's here in SSN Nation, what we've talked about all last year and the year before that. Inflation is going to catch us. And therefore, this is one of the shocking truths that you're always going to have to make more money. No way around it. If you've been checking out some of the social media for SSN Nation, Stop Struggling Now, then you would have noticed a post today when we were talking about a cup of coffee 40 years ago. Less than $1, 50 cents. And now how much is a cup of coffee? Hell, people are at Starbucks paying $10, $8. But we're going to talk about a few other things as well, because ultimately we always have to have solutions, right? We have to figure out how to make additional streams of income, how to make extra money. Sometimes it may be any means necessary legally. So that's what we're going to have to do. Let's see who's in the house. But first, you got to do something that's for free. Please smash the like button. That's for free. And if you like some other things for free and you are new here, then you would not know that there's free $10 of Bitcoin down below from Coinbase. That's right, free $10 of Bitcoin. There's also your free stocks from Robinhood and Webull. Those are down below as well. So you can start right there with all the freebies. All right. Now, I want to apologize too, because it's Wednesday night live stream, members only chat, meaning members of the channel with the icon next to their name are the only ones that can be in the chat room. Everybody else can watch. But remember, please share the videos, because you never know who you may be helping. All right, let's get into it. Laverne Penix is in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Wednesday night live stream, members only chat edition. Hello, SSN Nation. Let's make it happen. Thank you so much for being here. We're going to make it happen. We have solutions, but first you have to understand what you're up against, because just like any other investment, any other money moves, you have to have a map, you have to have a plan, and you have to understand why you are forming your plan. And therefore, Mr. Financial, otherwise known as Curtis Davis, is here. He has the icon next to his name, and he says, "Good evening, SSN family." That's the tagline, along with the ABBMM, always be making money. That's what we're going to have to do. That is the truth about making money. You can't stop. That's the point. You can't stop. Nobody can. So think about this. You're 60 some years old. You still have to make money. 70 something. You still have to have income coming in until you die, because no place you live can you live in utopia. They're not handing out anything for free month after month, year after year. You're going to have to pay, ladies and gentlemen. And that is the shocking truth about making money. We're going to keep talking about it. All right. Hello, all. Let's do this is the tagline for only one in the house, Victor Marrero. That's his tagline. Thank you so much for being here in the SSN Nation Wednesday night live stream. Victor Marrero with the icon next to your name, showing the support. Thank you so much. And once again, Miguel, Army retired veterans in the house. He's become a new member of the channel. Thank you so much for your support. I humbly appreciate the new member and Army retired veteran. And they say, thank you for your service, your sacrifice, because that is what it is. I could never understand it as an adult. My mom, my dad, moving at a whim because of military. I never understood that when I got older. I was like, wait a minute, these guys lost their minds. Every year and a half, 2 years, somebody says, hey, you're going to go live some desolate place on the planet potentially. Man, a lot of sacrifices for family. When my dad goes to Vietnam, we're not going. Luckily, he came back. But the point is, we had to stay someplace else. That's crazy when you really start thinking about it. So thank you for your sacrifice and your service, because it's nothing but sacrifice for sure. All right. Now, Curtis Davis, Miguel, welcome in. Welcome to the SSN Nation and the Wednesday night live stream. Hopefully you guys saw that Punta Cana video that I dropped yesterday. You guys are seeing what's happening right before your very eyes. In fact, I might add something tonight that we're not going to be talking about, but I have to. I just got some videos because they're doing Central Park downtown. These guys are moving. They plan on having Central Park, the first phase, built August 2022 in less than 8 months. They already have like one of the buildings already set up. Their first phase is like 3 buildings. One is already grayed out where they have the cement. They haven't put, windows and all that around, but it's grayed out. They already have one like section already done, and they got 8 months left. They're going to be opening the first phase. That is exciting. So you know what that means. Curtis Davis, freedom's not free. Very well said, Mr. Financial. And oh, by the way, Curtis Davis, aka Chili Davis, he gives out financial information regarding on demand. Today, he might have done a couple of videos talking about stocks, talking about crypto. I haven't seen it. I was out at the hospital today, so that is why I was late. And again, normally we have our Wednesday night and Monday live streams at 8:50 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But today there was a surgery situation and I had to go, and they just released the person about 45 minutes ago. So I couldn't make it back in time for our 8:50 p.m. start. But I thank you, everybody who has joined us, even though it was a 6:05 or 6:10 start. So I want to thank you for that. But you guys can go check out Chili Davis channel as well if you want to get on-demand information during the day about stocks, crypto, and other financial news. Victor Marrero, there was blood in the stock market today. All 3. Dow Jones, NASDAQ, S&P 500 took a serious beat. Time to low up, buying time. And Victor Marrero's got it right in case you're new here and don't understand what we're talking about. He's talking about when the stock market goes down, when there's blood in the streets, you have to evaluate the situation, because that is most often the time to buy. Now, because I was not able to check out the markets today, I'll rely on Marrero and Mr. Financial and a few others to let me know why did the markets go down today. Because the Federal Reserve sure did not say that they're going to increase interest rates. I know they didn't do that. So what prompted the stock market to go down? Because I know they're not talking about Omicron, unless there was like 10 countries that did shutdowns or something. That may be one of the reasons. But what is the reason why the stock market went down today? Miguel, thanks for your service. Another Army veteran myself. That's right, Mr. Marrero. Welcome to the SSN Nation family. Sit back, relax, and let's make some money. That's right. Very well said. That's what we do around here. We go with creating wealth, just to be clear. First, though, we have to talk about and understand what we are up against. And speaking of what we're up against, here's what we're up against, ladies and gentlemen. Members of SSN Nation already know this, but here's the kicker. So here's what they're putting on Google. Annual inflation rate in the U.S. accelerated to 6.8% in November 2021. This is the highest since June of 1982, 40 years, and in line with forecasts. So you see what I'm saying? When they put this last little thing in here, I don't know who's writing this, but when they say and in line with forecast, ladies and gentlemen, You know the federal government lies to you. And I don't even have to say that with a joke or a smile. You guys know they lie to you because there is no way on this planet that any one of you United States citizens or anybody around the world has went down to the grocery store and the price went up from $2.50 to $2.80. Everybody on the planet knows it cost $2.50 last year. It probably cost $4 this year. That is a hell of a lot more than 6.8%. Come on, man. Even the gas has gone up. Even if you guys live in different states, gas was $2.50. It didn't go up to $2.80, which is actually more than 6% because 6% is $12 of $2.50. So what are we talking about? 15 cents. So anybody knows your gas didn't go from $2.50 to $2.65, maybe $2.99, maybe $3.05, and in California maybe $4.95, $5.20. But there's no way on the planet anybody's talking about 6.8% year over year in inflation. This is the shocking truth about making money, ladies and gentlemen, because your wealth is being stolen, because you're sitting here thinking, oh, yeah, we only have to pay like 7% more. No, you don't. You have to pay like 20, 30% more. Anybody try to go find a place to live recently? Anybody try and go buy a house recently? Everything that matters. Anybody try to go buy a used car recently? Come on now. You guys know what we're talking about around here. So we have to have streams of revenue coming in. And those streams of revenue, let's go see today what Mr. Marrero was talking about here. The stock market indexes. Let's go check them out. He's saying it was a red day. All right. Let's go look at all these indexes. All right. So this is the time we don't know. Look, the stock market. Yeah. This is big red today. 3% on NASDAQ. That's pretty serious. Almost 2% on S&P. The tech stuff, that's pretty serious. And then the Dow, 1%. Okay. All of that is pretty serious. Look at this. Goldman Sachs. You guys see this on the left-hand side? Do you see this? Goldman Sachs predicts Bitcoin could hit 100,000. Okay, why are they putting that in there? Anybody have any idea? Goldman Sachs works for the government. They're a government entity. Come on now. Oh, I might get banned for talking like this tonight again. We might be shadow banned again. First of all, anybody new here, please smash the like button. And if you're new here and you can't get in the chat room, there's a reason why. It's because Wednesday nights are members only chat. You have to have an icon next to your name. That's how simple it is. Every other night, Monday and Friday nights, it's open to everybody. So that's the reason why. All right, let's see. Here we go. Here's the reason the market took a hit today. U.S. Federal Reserve meeting minutes signal the central bank may raise interest rates sooner than expected. All right. They should have did it in December, like they were supposed to, like I predicted. But no, they want to act crazy. And so therefore, that means there's going to be pressure because they were going to wait till after March. They said after the first quarter. So they were going to wait till April or May. Now, by them doing this, they act like they control something. They don't control anything. All right. They control nothing. Everything in a capitalist society is based on supply and demand. Now, when there's supply and demand, and then somebody tells you, hey, you know what? We're going to raise your tax rate this year 1%. Okay, that means things increase 1% with or without inflation. But the bottom line is when you print 30% of the total money supply in the last 5 years, that's how much they printed. Clearly, there's going to be some inflation. This is absurd that these guys are clowning around telling the American people 6.8% year over year. All right. I don't know what they mean by sooner, but if they mean sooner, such as they don't even have a meeting anytime soon. So I don't know what that actually means. You know, they're trying to do a soft blow, but we know how this all works. Buy on the dip, because sometime later this week, they're going to come out and say something to keep it up. That is the Federal Reserve's job, to make sure that the top 10% keep their money while the bottom 50% lose their money. That's how this works. The shocking truth about making money is the comment. That's the deal of the day. Wealth is being stolen and we have options. All right. Good evening, Mr. Bird. Here we are with Wilson Koo. Welcome to the SSN Nation Wednesday night live stream. He has the icon next to his name and his tagline in tow. Good evening, Mr. Bird and SSN family. 100% facts, and he sells money. That's right. That's not a misprint at the end. He sells money. What he means by that is you can use other people's money because he does lending, all kind of lending, whether you want to buy real estate, whether you want to buy businesses, whether you already have a business and have revenue coming in, he can get you loans to fund something else in your business. If you're in the trucking business, he can help you get loans. If you're in the gym business where you have reoccurring revenue coming in, he can get you loans. There's all kind of things, and that's why he says, I sell money. If you want to get in touch with him, you know what to do. Hit me up at eric@stopstrugglingnow.com, or better yet, you can always go quick, QUIK, easy. Those are the letters, easyfunds.com, quickeasyfunds.com. And then you say, hey, hit me up. This one I'm trying to do. That's who you go see, the Koo Man with the icon once again. And again, he shows the love. Evening, Victor M., Curtis D., Laverne, and welcome, Miguel, and thanks for your service. Oh, yeah, nothing but love in the house here, ladies and gentlemen. And we're 15 minutes in, and we might have new arrivals. So please smash that like button. And if you like what we're talking about so far, click the subscribe button and the all notification bell. Let me know who received notification from YouTube today. And let me know if anybody saw a trailer today before the video. That would be appreciated. You must have diamond hands in stock markets. Be smart. Ford, Tesla, Apple, Microsoft, Amazon. Exactly. Curtis Davis, he's talking about it. AMD, NVIDIA, chip stocks. That's what you have to think about. Anything that's going to be associated with the EV market, electric vehicles, that could be a charge point, right? That could be a BLNK, CHPT. I'll give you the stock symbols. C as in Charles, HPT, charge point. That could be Blink, BLNK. In fact, you know what? Let's go look at something. Let's go see how bad they got beat up today. Because you know how this works, ladies and gentlemen. You know how this works. When the stock market goes down, they have to make sure the ones that are going to be out later, like the EVs, and look at here on the screen. Is this a surprise? If the stock market goes down, they don't want you buying these other stocks, so they got to go down too. So look at this. This is very funny because after hours, for some reason, it went back up. That's funny. Okay. But anyhow, notice it lost $2 today, right? BLNK, still undervalued. All right. This is what we're talking about. In fact, CHPT. Let's go look. Look at, see, ladies and gentlemen. So the stock market goes down. You start thinking, let me put my money into something that's the future, that's going to go up, that the government says, well, we have a mandate by 2030, we're going to have EV vehicles. So no, we don't want people putting their money into those. So we got to have everything going down. Oh, by the way, the shocking truth is it's manipulated, ladies and gentlemen, just like crypto. Aha. So we're going to check the crypto markets too. I'll bet you I'll bet everything. It went down as well because you can't have people taking money out of the stock market and putting into crypto, right? Everything has to be going down. So then that way you just sit diamond hands. So you have to invest in things that you believe in. All right. If you believe the EV market is going to be there because there's mandates around the world and the United States government has said we're doing it. If you believe Ford is going to do what they said, 2025 EVs, they're going to do that. They have the money. So check out Ford. They even dropped 65 cents. All right. So again, Victor Marrero on point. He says, check out the markets when there's a blood in the streets. You might want to do your dollar cost average, ladies and gentlemen. And in case you're new here, dollar cost average, this is pretty simple. You see it on the screen. Let's just say, I'll bring it up here. Let's go earlier today. Let's say you did something like bought it $24.90. All right. So you bought some shares at $24.90. I'll round up to 25. In the evening time or late close, it dropped to $23.60. So that's $1.30 less, right? But if you would have bought the same amount of shares at the end, instead of your dollar average being $24.90, now your dollar cost average take off about 70 cents would be $24.20. So therefore it would be lower. So anything if it goes back up to $24.21, then you are back in the green. So if it goes down even further tomorrow, then you should be buying some more. So your dollar cost average comes down. So here, let me go see what happened with Tesla, right? Look at this, $61. All right. 5% decrease today. So again, the same thing happens here. $1,147, let's say. So it went down $61. So take off $30 if you would buy it at the 1,088. So now your dollar cost average could be 1105. 1105 dollar cost average is a lot better than 1146, right? So all it has to do is go back up $32 and you're back in the green. That's how this works, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So that's what you have to think about. Just giving you guys an idea. Again, that's how you do your stock portfolios. Now, again, you're not privy. You're not a congressperson. At least I don't think any congress people are watching my channel, because you don't have insider trading abilities. You don't own a hedge fund. You don't own Citadel Capital, who has this insider agreement with Robinhood to see who buying what beforehand and they front run you. No, you don't have none of that option. You have to rely on, we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, because tomorrow morning, the Federal Reserve might come up with some new idea. And all of a sudden, the stock market even goes further down. So the question is, as an investor, are you going to wait? Are you going to relax? Do you believe in the stocks that you own? And you're sitting there saying, okay, so it did go down 5% today. So what? I'm playing the long game. I'm waiting another year, 2, 3. I'm not impatient at this moment. That's the long game. That's how you're supposed to do your stock market investing. This isn't the short game like what crypto is associated with. So that's what you have to think about when you're doing your stock portfolios and stock investing. And I want to say thank you so much to Wilson Koo with the donation and the icon, the super sticker. Thank you so much for that. I humbly appreciate the donation. Thank you so much, Wilson Koo. I appreciate that. Curtis David, the market goes up and down. You must prepare 3 to 6 months ahead. Exactly. And there we go. GM just announced another EV truck. That's what I'm talking about. Ladies and gentlemen, that's another stock. That's what we consider a winner around here. GM, because they also dedicated to EV markets. You know who's coming out with that Hummer EV. Look at this. They're down $3 today. The beauty of the stock market is the Federal Reserve now, they are transparent when they talk. But see, the problem with all this is these guys are all friends with the top dogs. They told the top dogs yesterday what the announcement was going to be. So they were able to get out ahead of the schedule, and then they're able to put positions in so they can actually do puts, meaning they can bet on the market going down because they know that the Federal Reserve's coming out with something today. Right? You see the disadvantage, the shocking truths, and you guys have to deal with it. I'm sorry. The bottom 80% of the population, we have to deal with this on the wealth curve. The bottom 80%, we're not privy to this insider trading nonsense. But we're smarter than them, believe it or not. So stay up there, ladies and gentlemen. Don't panic. All right? They want you to panic. They want you to sell when the price goes down to them. All right? You have to understand the game here. Eric, I know you mentioned on Monday, but I took a closer look at my Wonderland position, and I was not impressed, to say the least. It has been declining for weeks. Victor Marrero, we're going to have to talk about this Wonderland. let me talk to you about that now and everybody else. Okay, so when you go into Wonderland, okay, I'll try and do it this way. So when I invested in Wonderland, the coin price was $6,600, roughly $6,695, I believe. So that was what was it? October 26th. So whatever, November, December. So 2.5 months ago. Every 8 hours, I rebase. The price actually has gone down. I haven't looked. The last I looked, it was around 3,500, 3,300. Even at the 3,300, because you guys know I actually did the power node. So I told you I took out $300, 345 from the time profits. I still at that time, which was all 2 weeks ago, the 1,200 I put in was at 2,600, I think. So I was still up over double my money. And so therefore, due to the rebases, you still have your the earned rewards coming in, increasing your amount. So if the price goes down and you increase your staked money, then there should be a balance. So please let me know, Marrero, if you mean that you're a negative, because you still should be positive, because every 8 hours rebases is no joke. But let me know, because I haven't run any calculator on it, but all I know is I just go based on mine. So when I put it in, I haven't dropped below what I put in. I'm still double, in fact. In fact, let's go look at this right now. Let me go pull this up. Let's go pull this up. This is crypto, ladies and gentlemen. Wonderland time price. Let's see where it's at. That's a problem. If this is true, let me go click on this. 2,600. Oh, now we have a problem, ladies and Houston. We might have a little problem, because now that's a third of what I put in. So I'm pretty sure now I may not be double what I put in there at this point. Yeah, 2,600 is a huge problem. What happened today, I wonder? Let's see. Nothing. It looks like nothing but love here. Now, I haven't looked at Wonderland time today. That's for sure. Everything is down. Oh, yeah, like I didn't know. The stock market goes down. It's tied to the stock market now, ladies and gentlemen. Even after these guys said crypto was a fluke, crypto is this, that, and the other. Every time the stock market goes down, crypto goes down. Every time the stock market goes down, a lot of things go down. They don't want you taking your money out and putting it into something else. But yet, here's Goldman Sachs today talking about Bitcoin can go to 100,000. Right. Okay. This is cute. It looks like red. Everything's red. Whoa, everything's red. This is crazy. Like I said, this is the shocking truth, ladies and gentlemen. So right when you think you can get ahead and figure out there's a way around the system, they said, hold on. We run the whole system here, ladies and gentlemen. And this is proof right here. Think about it. If you have stocks going down and you're losing a lot of money, the first thing you would probably do is you go, okay, I'm going to go put it at Bitcoin or some crypto, because at least that way I'm not going to lose all my money. And then when you go over here and see the chart, you're like, wait, that's going down too. Then you go look at, just like Marrero just said, our Wonderland in time is taking a beating. That's a beating. It was at 3,500. Now it's down to 2,600. That's a beating right there. That means I might almost be back to even. That's incredible. So that is not good news. But you guys can see all cryptos in red, except for this Frax. Well, Frax is a stable coin. But the whole list, the top 100, there's only one thing in the last hour that's in red. The last 24 hours, Leo token is not even nothing. I mean, we're talking 10, 15, 20% drops here in the last 24 hours with crypto. So this is what the shocking truth is, ladies and gentlemen. Just when you think everything is cool, they say, oh, hold on here. Let me go to AppMex. Let's go see what happened with gold and silver. What do you guys think happened? What do you think happened with gold and silver? Oh, imagine that. It's in the red too, because they said they're manipulating the gold and silver markets because they don't want people taking money out of the stock market and saying, let me put it in gold and silver. The shocking truth isn't so shocking once you understand you're being played. We're being played, ladies and gentlemen. They're making money off of your money. So all of you who have 401ks, right? All of you who is planning on a pension when you retire, they are using that money, the bank that you put your money into, they're using your money on the stock market mostly. So therefore, they can't have you guys taking money out because that will make an increase in the drop. That'll drop the prices, right? So look at this. $16 gold went down. Silver, which is already depressed, went down 44 cents. Platinum, also depressed, $20. And palladium, for some reason, goes down $37. So somebody is going to have to explain, which I've been doing, why does everything go down when the stock market goes down? You guys understand how we're being played? First, you give them your money. Then you try to invest on your own. And then when you invest on your own, the stock market goes down. Then when they send you your dividends or your or interest on your money, then they send you less than what they received. The mutual funds, they sit there and say, hey, you know what? You guys, you only earned 12% this year. Meanwhile, they probably earn 50 to 100% on the money. I mean, this is a cold game out here, ladies and gentlemen. So what do we have to do? That means you have to be in a capitalist system, even though they get free handouts. What I mean by free handouts is when I go to the bank and give them my money, that's a free handout. They're not giving me nothing in return for using my money. When I send money to the 401k, the IRA and all that, they're not doing anything. They're not giving me anything for my money. They get to use it for free. Then they get to borrow money from the government for free. Let me know if any individual gets these type of options. So now what do you have to do? You have to start your own business in a capitalist society and take risk. That's one option. You guys know what we talk about here, passive income. Last year it was get assets. Because why get assets last year? Because you know you're going to need money. That's what I kept yelling all last year. You guys know that. It was assets. Why get assets? Because assets pay us, ladies and gentlemen. That's why I was talking about pre-construction condos. Not that the condos are going to be built, but you locked in a price under the contract, and then you made payments with no qualifying, no credit check, and 0% interest. So while the property value goes up because it costs more to build it now than it did last year because inflation, we get appreciation that we're going to be able to borrow some of that appreciation and go buy some more assets. So we got in the game early. So if you guys missed that video I just dropped about Punta Cana and the prices going up and the news that's coming out and why it's going up in that area, or for that matter in Dominican Republic, you guys got to check it out. That's why one of the assets we were talking about was that. Other assets, stocks. Well, here we are again. Last year, stocks that the ones we were talking about, they're all higher than what we were talking about last year. Not all. I'll just say like 90, 85, 90% of those. All right? Because we do have an SSN Nation portfolio that I started in June of 2021. I didn't start it in 2020 when prices were even lower. So we still are positive on the June. That's right, 10%. So I'm going to drop a video on that as well. But the point I'm trying to make is it's not too late, ladies and gentlemen, even when you have all-time highs in the stock market. But I'm going to tell you something right now. Be prepared for some pain. This bubble that has happened between 2010 to 2021 with the Federal Reserve and the government working together to make sure that they can borrow money from each other for damn near zero, buying up each other's debts. They don't have to, for giving their loans, negotiating from a 7 to 10 year interest only note and saying, we're going to extend it another 10, 12 years so you only pay interest only? So they never have to pay the piper? Sooner or later, you're going to have to pay the piper. There's not enough money that can go around. You can't keep doing debt on debt on debt without a repercussion. And repercussions are coming. So that's why you're going to need passive income, ladies and gentlemen. And last, on Monday, on the Money Making Monday, I talked about low-hanging fruit passive income, where you refer other people to, like when I was talking about the Weebles and the Robin Hoods, you refer people, get yourself some free stock for referring people, Amazon and all that. Those are low-hanging fruit passive incomes. But now you're going to have to get a little more involved, ladies and gentlemen. And I know some of you right now are sitting there going, Eric, hey, we work 10 hours a day. We work 9 hours a day. I got news for you. It ain't going to stop. I got news for you. What are you going to do when, I don't know. Let's just put it this way. It doesn't matter what you make. I don't even care. Even if you got 6 figures a year, there is no way you can absorb prices going up 20%. There's no way. Not only are prices going up 20%, but you have to pay more in taxes, more in sales tax. They're going up all over, counties, cities, states. They're raising everything. Your property tax bill, it's going up. Why? Because they inflated your real estate prices. Your assessed value is going to be higher, so you're going to pay more. If you live in California, I wonder how many of my friends got special assessments for their real estate tax bill. So this is the shocking truth when you got to start thinking about this is global, ladies and gentlemen. This affects you in more ways than one. Most people just think, oh, my paycheck is this. Here's my mortgage or my rent. Here's my food. Here's my gas and electric. Here's my car note or no car notes. That's all you care about. You're not thinking properly. You're sitting there going, well, I can handle it right now. Yeah, you can handle it until you can't anymore. And nobody can sustain themselves when values are going up 15, 20% per year. You're going to make $100,000 a year. Can you sit there and honestly tell me you're good with 15% increase in prices, which means your 100,000 can now really only buy 85,000? Some of you are going to go, no problem. I can still handle that. That's only like $1,000 more or less per month. Sure you can. But what are you going to do next year? Now when your $100,000 now it's only the value of around 70, 74. Yeah, when now you can buy 3 bags of groceries for $200. Next year, it'll be 2 bags of groceries for $200. And you have a family of 3. Come on now, ladies and gentlemen. You know what's real in the field out there. Don't put your head in the sand. So therefore, you got to generate extra streams of revenue by any means necessary as long as it's legal. All right? So the easiest point was real estate. It's still your easiest point, especially pre-construction, which requires nothing. You do need money. But at least you can get in the game with the pre-construction with no credit check, no qualifying. What's next? Well, what's next is you have this beautiful world. You have YouTube. You have podcasts. You have different outlets. You have Instagram. You have Facebook. You have all kind of things. Speaking of that, down below in the description, I put up at the top, please subscribe to the newsletter. The reason why I subscribe to the newsletter is simply this. Because YouTube barely gives out any notifications for the live streams, gives out barely any notifications when I upload. They're of almost no help. So that's why I suggest you do that. Please sign up for the newsletter. It's down below in the description. I also brought up to the top in the description the Instagram, the Telegram, the TikTok, all those. The links are down there. So please sign up, and even the new Discord group. All right. I know I've been going on a rant, ladies and gentlemen, but look, that's what we're talking about. And Victor Marrero's talking about it right here. The price went down. Yes, I realize we keep accumulating. However, look at your entire December month daily and for January so far. I bet you're negative versus price. Exactly, Victor Marrero. Now that it's at 2,600, I think I'm going to be almost back to almost what I started with. And Power Node's not helping. Nucor up 4. There you go. Nucor. Aluminum, ladies and gentlemen. Steel, aluminum, building materials, Nucor. That's what you need. There goes one. That's why you have to bring your pen, pads, and paper here, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody talks a good game. They tell you, do this. Hey, you got to do your own due diligence sometimes. We talked about a lot of things, but there goes Nucor. All right. Up 4. Nucor is going to be up for who knows how long, I believe. Again, Silverado and what do they call that? Equinox. That's the EV vehicles. There you go. Okay. Yeah, this is not good that these Dows are going down. Now, speaking of Dows, here we go again. Just like what we talk about with the stock market, when the price goes down, you should be buying in. So we have the same similar thing with crypto. When prices go down, we got to do dollar cost averaging. So now I got to put some more money into Wonderland Time because my price point is fruit. It's like I said, 6,600. So this thing's dropped to 26. So I got to invest a little bit more into Wonderland Time so I can get my dollar cost average down. That's the way I look at it. All right, here we are. These are the times when your real estate portfolio takes over. Better be diversified or you can get wrecked in 2022. Exactly. He said it exactly right once again. All right, everybody, here is what they say, right? If we're in a board meeting, because that's where we're at. We're here. You're here in the SSN Nation, SSN Academy, SSN University, the No Guru Zone, ladies and gentlemen. We don't charge for courses. That's why you can ask questions. Tonight, you got to be a member of the channel to ask questions, but on Monday and Friday, come back and join us. You can ask questions. We'll get it handled for you. Doesn't matter. Your 401k may vaporize if things get bad. Wilson Koo, you just said it exactly right. You're saying it exactly right. And so here we are. Everybody's been talking about stock market, right? A lot of financial YouTubers have been gloating about the stock market. I'm included because the last 5, 6 years, 8 years, 10 years, the stock market has been going up. Sure, there's blips, but it's still all-time highs on all indexes, keeps coming, keeps going. But what people don't understand is we are well past the time when there has to be a serious correction. COVID was a correction of some sort, but it was because places were closed down. So there was no movement. So that was something that happened. It wasn't natural from capitalism. The next thing's going to be natural from capitalism because that bubble they just blew up, it's about to explode. And unfortunately, those that are going to be hurt is going to be OCs. That's us, ordinary citizens. All right. So that's why we have to have options, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm not talking about stock options. I'm talking about that's why you have to consider locking in a price today. If you can get a cheap price in real estate, if you're in America, I don't know where those cheap prices are going to be. If you're not messing with the pre-construction, I don't know where those cheap prices are going to be. Even in Punta Cana now, it's getting outrageous because they're now selling villas for in the 250 range. And now you can go to any southeastern state and buy a house for, even in this market, 250 to 350,000. Soon as you start going over 250, 260, 275, 280, well, now you can buy a house in America. But can you buy one where it's high rental value so you'll have money coming in all the time for the rest of your life? That's the question you need to ask yourself. Are you buying a house in a residential area that, okay, I'm going to do Airbnb, Eric? Okay, sure, you're going to do Airbnb. You're right. But would you rather rent one time a month? Once a week? Or do you want to try and rent 3 weeks out of a month for 4 or 5 or 6 months? Victor Marrero, he does a rental in a high-end location called Margaritaville in Orlando. Not only does he do it, he has the management company manage it for him. So he just sets it and forgets it. They handle everything, the check-in, the collection of money, and the reservations. Sure, he's got to pay a pretty price for that, 30%. But what if And he's going to tell me right now, what if you're rented out 95% of the time for the rest of the year? Would that be worth it to you? You're damn right it's going to be worth it to you. All right? That is the difference between when somebody says, I'm going to do Airbnb in a residential area versus somebody that's going to do an Airbnb in an area that has parks, amusement, concerts, sports teams. There's a big difference. So he can do like 95%. It may even be higher, because I remember we were talking 3 months ago. He said he was sold out up until like March or April or something like that. So I just used 95%. It could be higher than 95%. And Margaritaville's not cheap, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, the top 10% of the wealthiest still have money, and then take off 20% of those people below the top 10%. So 30% of the population has disposable income. Not everybody lives in California, New York, Washington State, and all that, where things cost an arm and a leg. People still live in all these other places and around the world, and they're not crazy enough to spend and buy $1 million homes. Some people are crazy and buy $250,000, $300,000 homes and still make a nice income, and they have a lot of disposable income left over. So when you have 40 states where people aren't crazy to buy $1 million homes like it's normal, 40 states where people go, come here, it's normal. We have $300,000 houses. Your mortgage is only $900 a month. Okay. Even a guy that makes 40 grand a year is good. There's a lot of people. So this is why Margaritaville and a whole bunch of other locations in the Orlando area gets booked up. Vanessa Gates in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Wednesday night live stream. Members only chat, and that's why she has the icon next to her name. Hey, boss and SSN fam, checking in time to strategize for 2022. That's right. That's what I love about Vanessa Kamagate. She's always strategizing. That's because she's a full-blown entrepreneur. She's out here looking for the next good deal, the next good investment. She's not resting on her laurels. She knows that she needs to make extra income, because let's face it, ladies and gentlemen, what are you going to do when you're 63, 64, 65, 70 years old? Look at what's happening right now. Let me ask you something. Seriously, 10 years from now, what if somebody told you, I'm telling you, you're going to have to pay 50% more than what you're paying now? Are you going to be good? Because the question now becomes, 10 years from now, your age and if you're going to be near retirement will matter. There may be less people in the workplace. And you guys, if you're not familiar with this, they don't like paying older people what they are worth. Older people make more money because they've been there longer. So all of a sudden, they say, well, you make $150,000 a year, but we're going to go hire this 25-year-old who said they'll take 75 for your same job. Sure, you got experience, but we don't care about that. We just care about we're saving $70,000, $75,000 a year. We'll deal with the person that doesn't really know that much. We'll train them. In fact, we'll have somebody else train them. We'll deal with the little bumps and bruises, but we do that about 10 times. We're saving ourselves $750,000 a year. All right. So ask yourself, you're going to have extra money coming in because it's going to happen. How many people thought in 2010 when they were retiring that home prices would be this much, that gas prices would be this much, that food prices would be this much? They sat there. Their prices were basically a fourth of what the price is now. Did they think that their prices would go up 3-4 times the amount? They were looking good when they had a $2,500, $3,000 a month coming in. Now they're sitting there like, wait a minute, what's this gas bill? $200, $300, $400? What's this gas I put in my car now? It's costing me $50, $75 to fill up my tank, when back in the day it was only 20 something. You can't account for this, ladies and gentlemen, and you don't know what the future is going to be. All right, here we go. Real estate is crucial. Housing is going to be painful. You got that right. It's so painful right now. I can't stand it. That's right. So that's the news. People already know from Monday Night Live Stream, I'm moving. I'm leaving Cali because I can't. It's already too painful for me because I'm sitting there going, why was I? Look, I got to just admit it. I'll say the same thing that I said on Monday. The whole time I've been in Cali for 40 years, high school and all that. And so I've been sitting here making money and just discounting, disregarding, buying homes at some stupid price, paying stupid amount of property tax, paying extra for gas, going to the grocery store, rationalizing, sure, I know over in the East that this cost me $5 and over here it's $7.50, rationalizing. Then I was like rationalizing paying 7, 8, 9% state income tax. And then I'm hanging out in Florida the last like 3, 4 years. And I'm sitting there like, wait, I don't have to put in any state income tax. What the heck? Wait, my car registration, it's not $350, $400 a car. It's what, $100? What the hell is wrong with me? What am I doing? Wait, gas over here is $2.50, $2.89. And I'm sitting over here paying $3.89, $4, now $5 over here in Cali. So I was like, you know what? I'm getting a little older. I can't be in denial anymore. I'm going to have to go to another location where the money I make buys me more. I can deal with hurricanes. No worries. I'm not going to have a California house in a hurricane zone. That makes no sense. You're going to have brick. Simple. Case closed. All right. That's what we're doing. Wilson, you're absolutely right. 401k retirement pensions will get crushed. It can change retirement plans overnight. That's why we need other assets. Something that gives us more stability. Exactly. And that's why we were all hoping and praying these DAOs like Hector DAO. Hector DAO, guys, it's so cheap right now, but they got Hector Bank coming. They got Hector Lending coming. They got so much stuff coming, and their coin price is so doggone low. I have to buy in with that too because my coin price is $255. The coin price now is like $55 today, and since today was a red day, it's probably even lower than that. So we're going to go look and find out what the Hector coin price is. This is crypto, ladies and gentlemen. Get your free $10 of Coinbase down below in the description. All right. Let's see what it's $56 apparently. Look at this. Down 4%. $56. My coin price is $255. So now I got to go buy some more to make my dollar cost average go down. But these guys are doing so many things. And Prometheus, he hasn't gotten back with me, but I think he's supposed. I just put in something for him saying January 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th, if he can come in. I don't really care what time of day. He's in Europe. So that means they're 8 hours ahead. So therefore, they can't do like right now because it's like 3 or 4 in the morning over there right now. But that means I might have to do it in the middle of the day. But this is what we're talking about here, ladies and gentlemen. Is this the time to buy crypto? Goldman Sachs is acting crazy. I don't know what their $100,000 thing's about. All right. Let's see. Silverman Fox is in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Wednesday night live stream. He has the icon next to the name. Hello, everyone, and happy prosperity to us all this new year. Thank you so much. All of us need prosperity, and that's what we're talking about here, ladies and gentlemen. That's why we have to talk about these streams of income. There's many ways to do streams of income, but will you have the time? That's the question. We're 55 minutes in. Please smash the like button. And if you like what we're talking about so far, please subscribe to the channel and click the all notification bell. But I warn you, just because you click the all notification bell, you might not receive any notifications from YouTube. So therefore, down below in the description, please sign up for the newsletter. That's the email list. So that way, when I send out an email, you guys know videos are dropped, live streams happen. And also check out some of our social media. I give up some posts today. I do post on there that's talking about like today inflation and how your wealth is being stolen by inflation, how your wealth is being stolen because the government prints money. The wealth is real. Inflation is real. I went to Walmart today and spent close to 100 and left the store with six bags. This is serious. Exactly. At Walmart, ladies and gentlemen, which generally has the cheapest prices all the way around because of the way they negotiate with their suppliers. They negotiate with their suppliers just like Amazon negotiates with suppliers. So they generally are going to have the cheapest price, whether it's goods and services or food. It doesn't matter. They're generally going to have the cheapest price. So when he's talking about, I don't even know how he got 6 bags, but he's in Florida. All I know is in Cali, it is no 6 bags for $100. There's no way. The best you're going to do is 2 bags because everything in the store is $5 to $10 on the low end. So even if you got a can of soup, it's like $4. Even if you got some stuff that's normally traditionally $2 or $3, like a garbage stuff like cookies and all that, that's $5. Crackers, $5. Chips, $5. Soda, $10. That traditionally used to be the cheapest stuff in the store. Hell, even pasta, they reduced the pasta in size and charge $5. So no matter what you pick up, you have 10 items is $50. 20 items is $100. And don't go to the meat department. Don't even think about the meat department. $9 a pound, $8 a pound, $11 a pound. Yeah, go in there and get 3 or 4 pounds. That's $40-$50. See what I'm saying? I don't even know how you got 6 bags. All I know is you're in Florida. So when I get back over there, I might be able to get 6 bags too. But right now I'm in Cali. There is no freaking way I can get in 6 bags. I'm getting 2 bags in Cali, and 2 bags aren't even full. It's going to be $200 straight up. Because you're going to go get some veggies. You're going to go get some meats. That's crazy. Man, I wish I can get 6 bags. Vanessa Comagate, a friend of mine, is adding a shipping container structure on his property to make money. Exactly. Very well. There we go. There goes an idea, ladies and gentlemen. Don't let that go by. He's adding a shipping container to his property so he can make more money because now he can run an Airbnb. That's right. There goes an idea for you. Remember, hell, you can throw a tent out back these days. You know how many homeless people there are? I hate to say it. Homeless people, that's you, that's me. A lot of times people just dismiss homeless people going, oh, they're drug addicts, they're troublemakers, this, that, and the other. No, what's happening is people are being priced out. They got moved out of their property. Then somebody turns around and trying to rent here in California, they start going $3,000, $4,000. And we're talking 1,800 square foot homes. We're not talking some big old houses for this. And then they say, oh, by the way, we want, $4 or $5 grand down. Well, that's why people are like $4 or $5 grand, $6 grand down. I think I got to go buy a tent or a car and live in the car for right now. It's unstable. So again, you can put structures in your backyard, just like this guy's doing here. And now you can rent it out, especially if you're in a vacation rental type zone, or maybe you're not, but people need a place to live. An extra room around here, a room in a house, you can charge $800, $900 for a room in Cali. A room. People are paying it. Why? Because that's the going rate. At least that's in SAC. In LA or San Francisco, it might even be more for a room. That's insane. That's insane right there. So just letting you guys know, those are the options that you're going to have to take. Your wealth is being stolen, so therefore you have to counteract that. And you can't sit still and go, I have whatever I'm making now is going to be good enough. You have to counteract it. Get started now, ladies and gentlemen. All right? And once again, I talked about this the other day on the Money Making Mondays. If you are good and knowledgeable about something, again, go to Airbnb. In fact, you know what? I should have a link every time I talk about it because I do have a link for hosts. You should go, if you like doing anything as a hobby, and you actually go somewhere like every week and you do something. And it could be something simple as you go jogging every week in a certain park, in a certain area, at a certain time. It could be you go work out at a certain spot, certain area, certain time. Bike ride, certain area, certain time. You like cooking, so you have people come over and do cooking classes. You can do something on Airbnb called experiences. And you can offer up your services. So when people come from out of town, people like to meet other people and they group. Now you're making money, but during your art class that you're having, wine and art class. Now all of a sudden you have an extra 3, 4, 5 people that came from out of town because you're giving them these experiences. You have other people who are taking people around to jazz clubs or music venues because they like listening to rock and roll. They like listening to blues or jazz or country. They go there every week, but instead of just going there every week, they put experiences. So then people come into town. You want to listen to rock and roll, country, blues, rap, whatever. People know where the clubs are and they say, hey, you can pay me. You're getting paid, ladies and gentlemen. You're not doing it for free. You can pay me every week. I go here. Here's where we're going. And maybe we'll go to 2 places. And now you're like the tour guide. People pay for this, ladies and gentlemen. Just like you pay when you go on vacation. How many people have went to that? Most of the time people go on vacations. It used to be, I'm going to go get the ATV. I'm going to go get the jet ski. Oh, let's go out to the jungle and go on the zip line. You pay for experiences. Oh, I'm going to go on this little booze cruise. Right? There's no difference. You can do the same thing. Your passion, what you like to do, you can make money from it by doing the experiences on Airbnb. If you don't have property to rent on Airbnb, now you can use something that you love to do. And then think about this. Then you make videos about it. Then you post it up on YouTube, create the ecosystem. Then you post it up on social media. You got an ecosystem for something you love and something you do anyhow, right? Think about it, ladies and gentlemen. All right, there goes. Oh, Tiffany Young is in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Wednesday night live stream. Of course, she has the icon next to her name. Otherwise, she can't be in the chat room. Welcome. Hello, everyone. I hope all is well. Happy New Year. It's been a while. Yes, Tiffany Young, it has been a while. And by the way, Tiffany Young, did you see that video that I dropped yesterday regarding Punta Cana prices? Price increases. Did you also see it where they have a reason why prices are going up? Because, ladies and gentlemen, let me say it right now. The Dominican Republic, did I not say they were going to have a new record in December? They had a new record of tourists of all time in December. 519,000 foreign tourists came into the Dominican Republic. And if things go according to the numbers, that means somewhere between 280 and 350,000 of those people was in the Punta Cana area. You got to love it. We can't make it up. The numbers don't lie. So, ladies and gentlemen, Tiffany Young bought in Punta Cana. We are all loving life right now with the Punta Cana property. But what happens if real estate goes down? Are you guys going to panic? Are you going to really panic? I'm not. I'm going to tell you why I'm not. Because I know if this COVID scenario, whether it's Omicron or whatever variant there is, if they're getting 519,000 people and there's still countries that have no-fly zones and cancellation of flights and all this, can you imagine in a year or two when this COVID situation is under control, there's not just going to be 519,000 people coming tourists in the month of December. There's going to be 600. And then like now in January, February, March, and April, there's going to be 700,000 coming to the island of the Dominican Republic. And out of that, if numbers hold true, 400 to 450,000 people will be in the Punta Cana area. There's not enough rooms for 450,000 people a month to be in the DR in the Punta Cana area. Not presently. So tell these guys to hurry up and build our stuff. All right. So I just want to say that, Tiffany Young, Happy New Year. Thank you. Nice to see you again. Wilson Koo, Evening Silverman F, Vanessa K, Tiffany Y. That's right. Showing the love once again. Wilson Koo. And once again, 1 hour, 5 minutes in, I keep saying it. Do what it is. Do what you got to do for free. Smash that like button. And if you like what we're talking about here tonight, please subscribe to the channel and click the all notification bell. All right. So there we go. Hey, Tiffany Young, Wilson Koo, Happy New Year. Oh, yeah, there's love here in the SSN Nation, ladies and gentlemen. Curtis Davis, hello. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. You see how it is? And we have a new member in the house as well. That's right. So we got to show some love for that. Miguel, he's a new member in the house. So, Miguel, thank you so much once again for becoming a new member of the channel. Don't be shy. All right, Vanessa Commodate. Hey, lady, Happy New Year. Curtis Davis. Look at all the love here, ladies and gentlemen. I love this. The OCs, the SSN Nation. Victor Marrero. Hate to say it, but COVID has been a blessing for Margaritaville Resort in Orlando. We have been renting 26 to 31 days per month. The company I have does a great job keeping the calendar packed. Look at that. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Did not disappoint. So I was pretty much on schedule with that 95%. That is incredible. That is incredible. That's incredible. According to this, that's like 84%. And just so you guys understand, that's 84%. And what you guys don't understand is this. That is almost 4 weeks. That's incredible. That's more than 3 weeks. That's 4 weeks of rental income. 26 days, let's call it. Let's go 25 days of rental income. Everybody that owns in the DR, Dominican Republic. Mr. Estacio, one of our realtor friends, he told us, and I did double check, the occupancy rate in the DR is 85%. This right here, 26 out of 31 days, is 84%. So if you have your property priced right, or you have the right amenities or whatever it takes for people to love where your location is, because Margaritaville is no joke. All right. So this is a reason why you make investments into properties. Luxury property is what Margaritaville is. There's a reason sometimes you want to pay a little bit extra to be at a location or have a location as an asset where people are willing to pay more because of all the amenities included. So this is a perfect example. People pay more to stay at Margaritaville, but he's still getting 84% occupancy rate. And he gets more than $100 per night. I know that. I'm definitely sure of that. Okay. There are plenty of hotels in Orlando, and we're going to just go do it, right? Let's go do it. You guys, I don't like to do conjecture because I did say 95%, but 84% looks damn good to me. 26 out of 31 days. Man, come on. Let's go, Orlando. Check this out. No, that's not where I want to go. We're going to go check out Expedia first, right? That all right, guys? Let me know if Expedia is right. We're going to go through some real estate lessons right now, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, this is the SSN Academy, SSN University, SSN Nation. So keep this in mind. We're going to go over here. I'm going to go to Orlando. And what I'm going to do is we're going to do stay, right? Are we stuck? Let's see. It looks like I'm stuck here. Looks like I'm stuck. So here's what we got. We're going to Orlando, Florida. Unfortunately, they're not okay. I'm going to go to I'll go the 4th through the 11th because that's not a this is stays? Okay. They didn't let me put in I haven't been to Expedia in a long time. I normally go to Airbnb. They're not letting me. Okay, this is cute. Oh, this is all messed up. Okay, so we're getting all messed up here. All right. Did I put this on the screen so you guys can see this? Come on. Oh, I'm stuck. Browser's stuck. Not liking that. Hold on. Let me see if I have you guys. Okay. So here we are. Victor Marrero renting out 84%. Here's what I'm going to do, because we're dealing with more than a one bedroom. So now we got to sleep 5 in February in Orlando. Victor Marrero probably has February booked up 25 out of 30 days right now. All right. Go to error. What's going on here? Am I just going to have to go to Airbnb? Because this right here is not cool. Go to the error. All right. Okay. Let's see what we have here. $180 a night. Hey, Victor Marrero, out of curiosity, well, I won't. Will you tell us how much the management company rents your nights? Okay, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. 180 a night, includes taxes. So a week, February 4th, at the Grove Resorts costs $1,733. Resort and water park, so that's a good thing. 213 Universal's Cabana Bay, 1,676. There's a 1,300 at Fantasy World Resort. That is a timeshare, but that's fine. Condo, hotel, timeshare. Here's Eagle Trace Resort, somewhat like townhouses in Reunion, 240 a night. They're charging $1,900. This is to sleep 5 people. So these are going to be 2 bedrooms or some sort of sofa sleeper. Here's a condo for $106, 15 minutes, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, $1,175. Plenty of places in Orlando. But look at this. Check this out, ladies and gentlemen. Check this out. Let's go over here. Let's go here. Oh, that's right. I don't know which Margaritaville, but I'll just use the regular, because I don't know which one. Let's go check out Margaritaville. This gives you an idea. Here we go. Margaritaville cottages by rental, $290 a night. All right. Here's the other one, $335. People are spending $2,300 to $3,100 to stay at Margaritaville that can sleep 5 people. All right. So if you know that the management company gets 30%, out of the 2,300, they're getting about 7. So that means $1,600 a week for people like Marrero. And this $3,000, if you have that particular unit at the resort, then that's 3 times, that's 90. So $2,200 for the week. 3 weeks, ladies and gentlemen, is like 6 G's. 5 to 6 G's a month. Because he paid extra to have a Margaritaville. I believe it's a condo. Or is it I think it's a villa, actually. Or I can't remember. Villa or townhouse. It doesn't matter what it is. It's a 2-bedroom. And the fact, or a 3, I don't know. But the fact of the matter is, just by going off of these numbers, you can do 1,600 times 3, or you can do like 2,000 times 3. Either way, you like that $5,000 to $6,000 per month extra revenue coming in, because you bought a high-end property and you bought a property that has amenities, and people are willing to pay more. You guys saw that. This is real estate 101. This is what I keep telling you guys about when I said, why would I buy in Vistacana? Why would you buy at Cana Rock? Why would you buy downtown? Because I can charge more. You saw all these places. There's a ton of places for $150, $160, $180. Lots of places, $1,700, $1,300, $1,500. But yet Morero's place, 26 out of 31 days, they're paying more money, $290, $335. It's no coincidence, ladies and gentlemen. Location and amenities matter. And people who are going on vacation to a place like Orlando, where it's going to cost you 100 and some odd dollars a day per person to go to Disneyland, they're already got 4 people with them, 5 people with them, then they're going to spend like $500 a day to go to Disneyland. Think about it. Or they're going to go over to Universal. Same thing. They're hanging out, water parks, $200 a day. Same thing. So do you think they're really going to care about spending $290, $300 so that they have all the amenities, have a nice place, and right within an area where I can get to these get to Disney and get to Universal relatively easy off the freeway? Come on. This is real estate, ladies and gentlemen. That's why this is very powerful. So that is one of the reasons. That's what you got to think about. Okay, I lost track of where I was. But we have nothing but love. Here we go. This is the 26 out of 31 days, so we had to get to it. Hate to say it. That's right. I've got multiplex from 300 to 5 mil. If you got interest and I can connect you, not on mainstream market. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Koo. Here you go, ordinary citizens, OCs. You got a shot, so I'll wear this since I'm already on the ban list. You got to F average and be legendary, and there's only one way you can do it. You sometimes have to take risks, and sometimes you got to take chances. Mr. Koo is talking about real estate, multifamily, and he may be able to get you financed. It all depends. But you're going to need credit. And if you don't need credit, sometimes if the deal is good enough, then you need to contact Wilson Koo. You need to contact myself, because we do have people, or we know people that are investors who would be willing to give you money because they have millions of dollars sitting around earning, I don't know, 1%. And they don't want to put it in the stock market. And a good thing they didn't, because today they would have lost 2 or 3 or 4% of their money. But the point is, they don't want to take risks like that. They'd rather take the sure thing where they can say, hey, I'll give you $2 million, but you're going to give me interest only for a year, and I'll take that 12%. I'll get my 1% per month interest only. I'll take that because it's backed by the property. So if you default, I just get the property. Who cares? But at least that's better than sitting it in a bank, letting it dry up. So that's why property and real estate right now, wait till real estate goes down, ladies and gentlemen. T minus 6 months. All right? T minus 6 months. All right. In 8 to 10 years, 1,000 will only buy you $400 worth of goods. Exactly. The U.S. market will crush your lifestyle future. You must plan. Exactly, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Financial telling it like it is. That's how we do it here. It's painful to hear, ladies and gentlemen. But if you know the reality of the situation, then you can act. But if you sit here and keep going, oh, don't worry about it. The Federal Reserve, the United States government, and the rest of the world's governments, they're going to, help us out. No. This is how they're going to help you out. They're going to charge you higher sales taxes. They're going to take more when you have to file your income taxes every year in the form of a tax. They're going to take more when you go in and buy some property, and then they go, oh, hey, you know what? The assessed value is higher, so you got to give us some more in real estate taxes. It all comes out. You go buy groceries, all of a sudden groceries are going to be taxed. It's just a matter of time. Oh, my, I've been missing something. I can't believe this. Hold on. Let me see. I think I got to scroll down. Here we go. Vanessa Comagate. Look at this. My ex-hubby in Florida, Airbnb, is booked up through March. Vanessa Comagate, is this the one that's in Lakeland? Because if it's in Lakeland and it's booked up for 3 months, 100%, or I'll just use the same 95% figure. That is incredible, because that is not even in Orlando, but that's how far out people are staying now. Because Lakeland, it used to be like, it's seemingly like a long trip, but now it's not so long, because it leaves you the situation. Tampa, Orlando, Kissimmee, It's in an area that's kind of weird. And so that is great to hear. Great, great, great to hear. Boss, my family wants me to move to all places, Florida. Vanessa Comagate, I've already let the news out the bag on Monday night. I'm supposed to be in Florida myself. Like I said, I have to give up the good life, as they say, Cali, if that's what people, those movies are a hell of a drug. Yeah, I know, because Vanessa, it truly is cheaper, especially since you're in SoCal. If you hang out in Florida for like a month and you actually start driving around and then you interact, and like I said, go to DMV and go, how much is it going to cost me to rent for my registration for a vehicle? When you're spending $300-400 and they turn around and go, oh, that'll be $100, and then your next question is, okay, what about smog? And then they go, smog? What's that? We don't have smog. What are you talking about? Give me my $100 and get out of here. And oh, by the way, your registration is on your birthday. I'm like, what? Okay, this is cool. I'm like, wait, this would have cost me over $1,000 in Cali. When you start doing this, and instead of getting 2 bags for $100 in Cali, you're going to get 3 bags in Florida. Well, apparently, I don't know what store. He went to Walmart and he spent $100 and got 6 bags. That cannot happen in California, as you know. Marrero got 6 bags for $100 of groceries in Florida. So that just gives you an idea. Oh, and by the way, that $5 a gallon gas that you're paying, they're paying $3.19, $2.99, $3.29 a gallon. This is stuff that you do. You travel, drive around, all of a sudden $5.20, $5.40, $4.95 a gallon, and then you go to Florida and it's like you're looking at the thing and this looks like, does that say $2.89? Does that say $2.99? Is this diesel? Is this propane? Is this gas? It's like my mind can't even wrap around it when I see these numbers. Like when I go back again, I'm going to be like, that's a 2 in front of this thing. Where's the 4? Where's the 5? Yeah, it's crazy when you start adding things up. Oh, and all those. So, hey, since you're in Cali, you can appreciate this. No franchise tax board. So in other words, no state income tax to deal with. Yeah, no forms whatsoever in Florida. Don't even have to file no state nothing. It's crazy. I went to Walmart and my cart was half full and cost me $120 and no meat in the list. Things have gone up for sure. Exactly, Wilson Koo. That's exactly right. So what are we going to do about it, ladies and gentlemen? The shocking truth you know about. Options we're talking about. But the number one option right now, you should have to consider real estate. It has to be at the top of your list. I know a lot of you are sitting there going, hey, Eric, real estate costs way too much. I know. That's why we talked alternatives like Tulum, Mexico, Merida, Mexico, Belize, Costa Rica. Half price compared to America and no credits needed. Lock in today a price. Let them build it later. The price will be higher later. So who cares about it when it's going to be finished? You're going to have appreciation. You've already put skin in the game for your monthly payment. So therefore, when it comes time for you to finance it, they go, hey, you put down 20% or 30 or 40, well, more than 20. You put down 30, 40% down, you're going to get funding, even in a bad economy. All right. So don't worry. You guys are going to be good. Mr. Koo, where are these properties? Do these have equity? Like equity. Equity is relative. So when it comes to multifamily properties, you're not going to be able to expect equity if the property is a Class A. You're going to have to pay. You'll get equity from value added because if it needs some fix up, which is what you really want, because you can use revenues that you have coming in, the NOI, the profits that you get, then you use the profit to fix up the units unit by unit. So don't buy Class A. Don't be like, okay, I won't name a person, but X, Don't be like that guy buying Class A's and then telling you they're going to give you 5% or 6% or 8% on your money. But because they bought Class A at a higher price and don't have any value added, you find out, well, we can only give you 2% or 3%. Forget the 5. All right. I won't get into that. Info, Wilson Koo, James Way is here. Welcome to the SSN Nation Wednesday night live stream with members only chat, those with the icon. James Way, welcome. Happy New Year. Glad to see you. Thank you so much. Esteban Opio with the icon as well. Welcome to the SSN Nation Wednesday night live stream. Members only chat. And he says, good year for all SSN family. Good evening from RD. This is crazy. Lots of new constructions, lots of good opportunities to invest. Esteban Opio, let me know of any new opportunities to invest. There is something in Punta Cana that I did not even mention yesterday in the video. View Macau. There's a place that's being built in Macau called View Macau. Now, you would think that may have ocean view. No, wrong. No ocean view. But I'm going to try and bring it up because there's not much to it. It just came out. But ladies and gentlemen, $99,000, $79,000. Yeah, there's an option. But check this out now. Remember, hold on. I'm going to pull this up. Now, remember, because you may not have acted last year when there was plenty of properties that have all these amenities that you could have bought. And I'm talking about, you don't have to go with my Vista Cana, but I'm talking about like Cana Rock, the beach, Central Park, which actually doesn't really have amenities, quite frankly. They just got a pool, fitness center, but they added a business center to their complex. But Primavera, that you guys know, that has, they're going to have like, well, so far there's 2 pools there. There's a fitness center and a game room. They're going to have other social areas too. So there's probably going to be 3 or 4 pools within that complex. That's Primavera 2. There's other complexes, right? But here's what I want to show you guys. Here's View Macau. Let me see if I can find it. I'm going to look this up. I had it yesterday and I didn't add it because they didn't actually show anything. They only showed like 4 different models. And now I can't even find anything for View Macau. Oh, here it is right here, actually. I think I can find it here at Dream Realty DR. I think. Sea Dreams 2 is 100,000. By the way, last year, Sea Dreams 2 was 89,000 for the 2-bedroom. It's in White Sands and it's still only 100. There's a reason. I might as well just go down this list. There's a reason because Sea Dreams 2 is over by a golf course and they're building this behind an existing, this shows like it's on the street, but they're actually building this complex here behind another complex on the other side of the pool. And there's no amenities, only a pool. So I was like, well, then for 100 grand, why wouldn't I buy a place that has amenities? This here is very, very interesting because Panorama Lake 2-bedroom, 99, sale pending. Of course it is. Okay, I still haven't found this view thing, right? We got to find that view. View Macau. Here it is right here. 3-bedroom villa, ladies and gentlemen. $90,000. You see it on the screen. I don't have any pictures other than the ones they show here. 90,000, a little bungalow, 90 square feet. And this is the only pictures I could find online, and this is it. 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 90 square meters, which means this is around 1,000 square feet. Nothing fancy. It's in Macau. Macau Beach is a place that has high winds and the surf, and therefore it's like a surfer's beach. It can turn into that. But World-class hotels are going to be on Macau Beach. There's the Westin that's supposed to be on a bluff. There's some other, I can't remember. It was grayed out. They already built another hotel there that's massive. They're going to build another one. So it's going to be a thing. And 90,000 for a 3-bedroom, ladies and gentlemen. There now, remember what I told you guys last year and now this year. I told you how this was going to play out. If you don't get something in these complexes that are going to have these extra amenities, now all of a sudden you're going to have to relegate yourself like this here, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, commercial plaza and villas to be built. Notice no mention of amenities. Now, I'm pretty sure there's going to be a pool and there's probably going to be a building, whether it's going to house fitness or game room or something. I'm pretty sure most complexes have that, but this is not apartments. This is villas. So maybe the villas won't. It won't be like Primavera. But this is what I said. You're going to run into the situation. The day is going to come where you're going to have to say, okay, if I want to invest, I'm going to have to invest in a project that's only going to have a pool. And that is not where you want to be. So I just want to show you this real quick. This is View Macau, 90 grand. It's happening right now. And maybe Esteban Opio knows of other properties because he mentioned it here. That lots of new construction, lots of good opportunities to invest in. Now, are we talking about, when you say RD, I don't know where RD is. Are you talking about Puerto Rico or Dominican Republic or what's RD? All right. Oh, no, they let me out. Moses Tillman's in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Wednesday night live stream with the members only chat. And he has the icon next to his name. Oh, no, they let me out. I'm glad they let you out to be here. Thank you so much for being here. Once again, nice to see you. Good evening, SSN family. That's right. James Way, email me. Get Eric to send me your info. All right, James Way, you can email me at support@stopstrugglingnow.com, James Way, support@stopstrugglingnow.com. I'll forward your information to Mr. Koo. All right, there you go. Evening, Esteban Owen, Moses T. New tagline, let's go. I like that. Let's go. That's what we've been doing. It's been a go ever since I started 3.5 years ago, and we're still going. All right, with your guys' help and your love and your dedication and you guys being here just makes me keep going, and we're going some more. All right. Hello, cool man. That's right. See, ladies and gentlemen, the SSN Nation always showing love. Everyone can move to sunny Florida. Moses Tillman. Hey, even sunny Florida's taking no prisoners now. Whether you're moving over there, whether you want to buy a new house or you want to rent, they're raising the prices because tons of people are taking advantage of the no state tax, no corporate tax for LLCs and S corps and sole proprietorships. People are taking advantage. What can I say? No state tax. If you can save 7-8% on your money every year because you don't live in a state that has state tax, that's 7 or 8% on your money. That offsets the government's inflation. Wink, wink. All right, but doesn't offset the real inflation. We sent you a few pictures from downtown. We've been sending more pictures and videos from Vistacana. Esteban Opio, I received those pictures and I cannot put them up. I can't put them up. It was Central Park pictures that I received today. I didn't realize that was you. I didn't know who it was. I was like looking at something going, who's sending me these pictures? This is freaking cool. And because I was at the hospital, I couldn't load up the pictures. Otherwise, I'd have them tonight, right now. Good evening, Wilson. Average nightly rate for Margaritaville homes is between $250 to $600, depending on the month. Remember, we don't only have all the amenities at the resort, but we're a 5-minute drive to Disney. Exactly the point I was trying to make earlier, ladies and gentlemen. They not only have amenities, but a 5-minute drive to the gates of Disney World. Ladies and gentlemen, I keep saying it again. It matters where your resort or where your property is located, and it matters what amenities are there. People will spend more money. The proof is in the pudding. If you don't believe me, Mr. Koo actually has the setup right now in Orlando. And just like I told you guys before about properties that I have, when you are in the right location, you can charge more money, and people don't believe it. My friends that used to, when they got into Airbnb, and then I would tell them, hey, why are you charging 180 a night? You can get 280 a night. And they'd be like, oh, no, there's other people I see that they're only charging 180, so nobody's going to give me 180. I said, look, you have all these amenities. They don't. You're up the street from a place people want to be. They don't. So they have to charge less. And then sure enough, they raise their price, and then all of a sudden they start getting even more bookings than the lower price. I said, exactly, because you were treating yourself like you were down there with everybody else when you're not. Once people understood that you had a value to your property and where you are, they're willing to pay the extra 100 per night. They're already spending thousands for being there. Do they really care about spending an extra 600 or 500 because they're staying there 4 or 5 nights when they're already spending 2,000? That's crazy. They want comfortable accommodations where when you have families or people with you, you don't want people to stay with you the whole time because you're in a villa. And then every time somebody wants to go somewhere, we only have one car. And oh, well, we got to do a car, take the car, or we got to take Uber because we want to do different things. You want to be in a situation where somebody can go, okay, we're going to go to Disney today. The other people go, well, we're just going to hang out at the pool today. Or maybe go on this river rafting situation here. Or maybe we're going to go play golf today. Right? Or maybe we're just going to go hang out and go eat at the restaurant that's here on site. So therefore, now it's more of everybody can do what they really want to do instead of having to make a decision, everybody going to the same place, because we only have one way to get there and on no amenities. So keep all these things in mind. You guys heard me talk about this before. All right, I'm here, family. SSN Strong, Obsidian Lion, the Code Keeper. Welcome to the SSN Nation Wednesday night live stream with the icon now, because he is also a new member of the channel, even though he's been here the whole time for years, paying attention, watching, taking in and soaking in this information everybody's giving, bringing this pen, pad, and paper. He's been here. I am here, family. SSN Strong. Exactly. Thank you so much, Obsidian Lion, the Code Keeper. Evening, Obsidian. The Fed take the market. I don't run from it. I run to it. Obsidian Lion, the Code Keeper. I get excited when I hear this kind of talk. I get excited. I talked about this earlier. Don't run away, ladies and gentlemen. That's why you buy stocks that you believe in. Because when it goes on sale, all of a sudden you start getting giddy. You're like, wait, I can't. I start freaking out. Did this thing really go down 10%? Holy smokes. But hold on tight, ladies and gentlemen. What if it goes down 20%, 30%, 40%? Hold on tight. Hold the rails. Hold the rein. It's going down. Trust me, it's going down, ladies and gentlemen. The Feds are out of options. They printed up 30% of the money supply over the last 5 years. They've kept interest rates at zero. Inflation is running rampant. They don't want to admit it. But yet, it's funny, the federal board members, their insider trading, they had to admit that they were selling stocks 3-4 months back because they know that they had to increase the interest. And look what they do, insider trading, just so they don't lose out on this potential 20, 30, 40% drop whenever they drop the hammer and go, but you know what they're going to do. It's going to be 0.025%. That's all. It's not going to be 1% like it should be. Come on. It won't be 0.5 either. They don't have the guts because they're protecting their friends. This is a joke. And I like that. We're running straight to it because when it drops 30%, duffel bag of cash is going to have to come out, ladies and gentlemen. Hit that like button. We're 1 hour and 40 minutes in. Thank you so much, Wilson Koo. It's free to hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Obsidian Lion, the Code Keeper. Hello, Wilson. Here we are. Obsidian Lion. Yes, sir, I will. Oh, my. Moses Tillman making a donation. He already has the icon next to his name. Thank you so much. I humbly appreciate the donation, a $20 donation from Moses Tillman with blessings. Thank you so much. I appreciate it again. Unbelievable for the I'm speechless because again, member of the channel, staunch supporter, and donations as well. Thank you so much. Obsidian Lion, the code keeper. I'm tired of being average. It's too crowded at the bottom. Oh my. Oh my, that's a whole nother subject matter. Obsidian Lion, the code keeper. Crabs in a barrel is what it's called, my man. You guys have to understand the shocking truth about making money is this. Most people don't pay attention to what happens. You think you're at the market. You think this is a free country, open market for a job. You don't realize, I'll go a different way. Graduate from college. I think I'm hot shot. My grades are cool. Graduate with honors. Distinction, as they call it. Not the honors that you guys are thinking about, like 4.0 or nothing, but distinction in the class because I'm exemplary in the business side of it on my upper class. So I'm hot shot. My chest puffed out. I'm thinking, you know what? I'm going to be on to Wall Street. I'm going to be the man. I won't use the curse word. I'm thinking all is going to be great. I'm already running business and doing stuff. I'm thinking, man, there's no way. When I get out, I'm going to be making like 100 G's or more a year. So I get out. And I'm in Cali. I go to, what was that? Electronic Data Systems, EDS. And they have jobs. And the jobs, 75 G's, something like that. That's pretty good for a kid coming out of college, right? Got to start somewhere. So I go in. Actually, hold on. I'm wrong. It wasn't 75 because now that I'm thinking about it, it was like 55 or 60, something like that. So anyhow, I get there when they say, hey, we'll see you at 2 p.m. in the afternoon. So I'm going there and all of a sudden my bubble gets burst. I roll into EDS for my so-called scheduled interview at 2 p.m. I see 50 other people in the hallway. So here I thought I was like special. There's 50 other people in the hallway. So right then and there, I'm like, whoa, what's going on? Oh my. So now I walk into my interview and they start talking. And then they say, hey, well, you know, you're not going to be at EDS. I mean, you know, here in Sacramento location. How about this? We want you to work for us, but you're going to have to work in Woodland. I'm like, Woodland? That's like 30, 40 miles from here. They're like, yeah. So needless to say, since I'm still the SHIT, needless to say, I'm like, okay, so you mean I'm going to get, so now I get an increase in pay? They're like, yeah, right, exactly. So we're going to give you 69.9 or something, 70 G's. I was like, okay, that's cool. But are you going to give me some gas card or something? They were like, what? They were like, no. I was like, what do you mean, no? And then I got more to the story, but I won't get into that tonight. So now they start doing that 69.9. Okay, 70 G's is cool. But now they started making demands. Some demands that I told people about before, but I won't get into tonight. So ultimately, I said, F you. Because they started clowning. So as I'm walking out, I still see like 50 people there waiting for interview. And of course, I'm big time dude. I'm like, I'm upset because of what they started saying. So I was walking out, F them, whatever. Yeah, talking mess. And people were looking in shock, like horror, like, oh my God, I want a job. And this guy's out here talking mess like you don't want the job, could care less, cursing. And right then and there, I realized I wasn't the only guy that graduated. There's millions of people that graduated, and there are not a million jobs available. So they could care less if one of the best candidates in the world walked in, because they're going to sit there and tell somebody else, you're going to Woodland and we're going to pay you $45,000. And they're going to take it. Or 50. They're going to pay them less and they're going to take it. Because supply and demand allows them to do that. So therefore, these are the things that you have to remember. You're not top dog. You're not the only one around. You are at jeopardy all the time. All right? And now I lost track of where I was going with all that. But anyhow, I just want to say those are lessons that you learn as you grow older. You're not the only one. You could be the top dog in your field, but at any time, unless you're running the place, your business yourself, somebody can walk in and go, you know what? We got young buck over here. You can train him for the next 3 months, but you know, you're gonna have to resign, or we're gonna have to give you a lower level paying job. And you're like, what the? So watch yourself. Victor Marrero. I have a 2-bedroom, 2.5-bath cottage next to the Margaritaville restaurants and pools. There we go again, ladies and gentlemen. Notice location and amenities, location. Our cottage is on phase 1, so he got in like early. My initial deposit was $1K was in 2016. Ladies and gentlemen, Victor Marrero is not scared. I'm going to tell you right now. In 2016, I didn't have this channel. I received the Margaritaville plans. I might even still have them around here. When they were doing phase 1, and he's exactly right. It was only $1K down, the same thing that they did into reserve. I can't remember what the price was. I think it was $250 or $2. I think it was in the twos, if I remember right. But I had the plans where buildings were going to be built. And because basically it was like in a weird location, I did not see the vent. I didn't see good that I didn't think it was going to be that good. I was like, okay, off by the freeway, kind of behind. What's going to be there? What's going to be here? We don't know. I'm like, man, there's stuff all over Orlando. And I never did invest in Orlando, but he did. He got in for $1,000. And I think it was only $250 at the time for the 2-bedroom, 2.5-bath cottage. It might have been $210. All I know, it was cheap. So he took advantage of it. I didn't. And now he has 85% rental rates for like 3, 4, 5, 6 months with a 30% management fee. He's still making $5,000, $6,000 a month. So generally, he's pretty much going to be somewhere like $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 a year potentially for a property that he bought for probably, like I said, I think it was $250 or at the time, or $230. I can't really remember the numbers. That was like 5, 6 years back. But I actually had the plans, looking at them, knowing where they were going to build the cottages. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. There are some in Colorado and Washington. Yep, that's how we do it. Oh my. Obsidian Lion, the code keeper, has also made a donation tonight. Thank you so much. I humbly appreciate it. Thank you. Annie has the icon next to his name as well. I second that blessing, SSN family. I'm on fire. Thank you so much. We're got to be on fire here, ladies and gentlemen. It's 2022. Passive income is necessary, and that's why we have to have the options. But when all things fail, if you have something that has 85% occupancy, which is what the Dominican Republic has all year round, I'm not saying you're going to rent 3 weeks out of the almost 26, 25 nights out of 30. If that happened, man, that would go against all the conservative numbers. I never even did 3 weeks. I never did 21 days, let alone 25. I've always used my calculations based on 1 week high season and 1 week a month off season. And we still get to 15 to 20% on that. So if we actually got 3 times 3 weeks rented, we're going to be somewhere of 30, 40% returns on our money every year. And if the same thing happens that Victor Marrero was able to achieve at Margaritaville, if we can do that at Condo Rock, if we can do that at Downtown, if we can do that at Primavera, if we can do that at Vista Cana, if we can do that at Cap Cana, we should be able to duplicate it at those locations. Plus, there's probably some other locations that I missed. Oh, Oceana, which is in Los El Cordacito. That's going to be another one. If we can get 85% occupancy at any of those amenity-laden locations, then we're going to be doing 30% return annually or more. Because remember, our properties only cost $100,000 to $200,000, right? So you only need $30,000 annual return. Do the numbers. That's $2,500 a month. $2,500 a month means $100 if I'll use the same numbers, 25 out of 30 days. That means $100 a night gets you $2,500 a month. Come on. This isn't that hard when you start doing the numbers. Now, if you buy a $200,000 property, well, then you're going to have a 2-bedroom, whatever. So now you need to charge on average $200 a night. And if you get 21, 23, 25 nights, you guys can start doing the numbers. It starts getting crazy. 4,000, think about it. All right. Vanessa, yes, in Lakeland, Florida. All right. Vanessa Kamagate says March, from now through March, her ex-husband's property in Lakeland, I believe it was a 2-bedroom, 2-bath duplex. 3 months, 100% occupancy. Gotta love it. Again, China is having issues with real estate and demolishing buildings by Evergrande in the 10s and 20 units at a time. They took them off the stock market. Yeah, Evergrande. They have derivatives out here, ladies and gentlemen. They're bringing down some companies and hedge funds and all them. They're trying to get out from Evergrande. That's bankruptcy city. And they have derivatives just like the United States went around the world and sold off some derivatives to other countries. And then we had a housing crash. That's what Evergrande is. Okay. And also his units in St. Pete's, Florida as well. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. You getting the information here. Thank you, Vanessa Kamagate. Listen to this. Lakeland, Orlando, St. Pete. Oh, St. Pete's beautiful, especially the beaches there. I love those places. I love it. Clearwater and St. Pete beaches. I love, man. Awesome. So anyhow, back to the thing. Okay. So what I'm trying to say is you guys are getting SSN University information because people here know people. You're getting firsthand knowledge, something you cannot get from news. You can't look at statistics. Just like right now, when I talk about 85% occupancy in Dominican Republic during the year, we don't know what that really means. Does that mean it's 95% January, February, March, and April? Does that mean it's 90% in May and June, and then it drops to 70% for the rest of the year? Those are the things we don't know. So it averages to 85. But when somebody tells you that these different locations, St. Pete, Lakeland, Orlando, and you have bona fide information that these people are saying 3 months out, we're 100%. 3 months out, we're 26, 25 days out of 30 rented. And those days that are rented, you still have 3 or 4 days that can be rented to somebody else that may take those because there's not going to be anything available. Remember, when you sleep more than 4 people, that shrinks the playing field. When you can start sleeping 6, 8, 10, that gives you an advantage. When somebody has a 1-bedroom and a studio, everybody can rent. Because if you have a 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom, you can reduce your price. But what a studio and 1-bedroom cannot do, they can't sleep 6, and you can't charge more than a 1-bedroom price. So therefore, you have a ceiling. Whereas when you can sleep more people, you don't have a ceiling when it comes to real estate rentals. All right. So keep that in mind. That's why I always suggested, this is only a suggestion, I say get a 2-bedroom minimum because you can always sleep 6. 1-bedrooms you can have in a place like a Vista Cana, Cana Rock, downtown, Cap Cana, because Cap Cana in Dominican Republic is upscale. So even a 1-bedroom, somebody's going to pay you $300 a night. So you can still get your money. But a 1-bedroom in a place like, well, they don't have it, but I'll just use it as a normal condominium. Oh, there is one. A 1-bedroom in El Dorado condos in El Cordacito. We can go to Airbnb right now. You can stay in a 1-bedroom because it's just a condo with a pool. You can only get $50 to $70 a night because there's no other amenities there. Oh, yeah, you're 5 minutes walking to the beach. But as everybody knows, when they go on vacation, yeah, you go to the beach. Okay, but are you really going to stay there 6, 7, 8 hours? Okay, you might one day, but you're not going to do it 5 days. You're going to be going around to do other amenities. You got to be eat, drink, have fun, nightclubs, bars, music. You're not, and if you've got music on the water, which, well, that can happen, but it's rare in the DR because resorts are on the water mostly. And there's hardly anything that allows you to just open up shop and start playing music. But all I'm saying is El Dorado inside, which is right in El Cordacito, their 1-bedroom, $70, $80, $90, no amenities, no nothing. And that's what you're going to get. You put a 1-bedroom there. Now, you put a 1-bedroom inside what I mentioned, downtown, Vista Cana, Cana Rock, Cap Cana, you're going to be able to charge more than 70 because you have amenities. All right, we're 1 hour and 57 minutes in. Please smash that like button. So therefore, what you're getting tonight is, regardless of inflation, the shocking truth that you're making the money and the wealth is being stolen, the people that already have their real estate in place, who have 3 months, 4 months, 5 months already rented out, they still have revenue coming in regardless of the value of their property, regardless of inflation. So they're getting the inflation money in their pocket. So if something costs an extra $200 a month, they get to take their profits and they have the money there. They don't have to go, oh my God, I got to get another side hustle. That's why you should have been working on your assets last year, this year, creating the passive income flow. All right, DMV yesterday, $54 done out there. See, this is what I'm talking about. Vanessa Comagate, you seeing this number? You seeing this number? This is what I'm talking about. When I went there, they go, Eric, it's $100. I was like, is this for real? I mean, $100 what? I was asking questions because when the girl said it was like $100, I was like, what do you mean? Is this like, do I pay every 6 months or something? What do you mean? She's like, no, $100. That's it. Actually, it was a little less. $100. You're done. I was like, oh my God. I was like, wait, I just paid $350 for this in Cali. I was like, this is insanity. I'm looking at Florida or Texas, Wilson Kuhey. That's where a lot of people are looking, Florida and Texas. No state tax. Property values are decent. Lots of land and areas to go to. Hey, at DMV here, it is 90 per year. In Canada, yeah, Canada is a little different. They're like semi-socialist. So Canada is a little more different. But in Cali, man, please. 54 is cheap. Yeah. My trailer in Florida, registration was $29. In Cali, they're like, oh, yeah, you got to bring it in. We got to check the VIN number. We got to do all this. You got to pay $125. I was like, this is insanity. My car reg is over 500. Exactly. I'm going to visit Florida this spring. I'm considering it. Vanessa Comagate, that 500 is only going to be 120, if that. Highly unlikely it's going to even be 120. It's probably going to be like 100. Trust me. I'm like, yeah. And no smog, by the way, either, in case that comes up. You know, no smog whatsoever. So you don't have to worry about it. Victor M, yes, he loves St. Pete. Yeah, St. Pete is cool. Clearwater is too. Florida DMV, gotta love it. Exactly, Moses Tillman. These are all the things. You start stacking things up. You're like, wait, my groceries are cheaper. My utility bill's cheaper. My car registrations are cheaper. You're all like, wait, what? My property tax is cheaper. The cost of my gas that I go in a car and drive around, cheaper. These are things you do every day, every week. When you start adding it all up and you're like, wait a minute, that's like $1,000 in my pocket every month or every other 6 months or whatever, it starts adding up. And then when you start going, all the sales tax is only 6% versus 8 or 10. Then when they get to the state income tax and you're like, no state income tax, what? They're not taking another 8 to 10% of my money? You get that in your pocket, plus all the other stuff that's in your pocket. All of a sudden, $20,000, $30,000 comes out of nowhere. Man, Eric, RD. Is Republica Dominica. It's DR in Spanish. All right, Esteban Opio. All right. Well, Esteban Opio gave me teasers talking about the new projects and new constructions and all this, but he has not told me what the name of these projects are. Don't tease us like that. Thank you, Victor Morero, for that. Eric, gonna have to change the name to SSN Florida. That's it exactly. That's it exactly. Because there's no way around it. Texas is the same way. No way around it. In Dominican Republic, sorry about that. El Cordecito has a lot of new construction. It looks like a war zone. When this is completed, it will be amazing. Yes, Esteban Opio, Blue Marina, and Maple Beach, and well, Maple Beach is a little ways down, but Oceana. Oceana, that's one that I love. I love that property. Even though they raised the prices, it's over $200K for most units there now. Well, some units were already $200K, but I love what they're doing. That project, they have their own grocery store there that's going to be there. Not their own. It's going to be a grocery store out by the road so other people can use it. They're going to have a theater, but it only holds like, I believe, 30 people. But still, theater, a kids club for owners, a beach kind of with water, and some people have units on the water. Oceana in that location is going to be awesome because there is no other complex like Oceana. All the complexes in that area, because they're so dense, they could only build a small area. All they have is a pool or no pool at all and ocean. That's it. No condominium project that I saw in that area had pool, fitness center, game rooms, restaurants, because Oceana has restaurants too. So no complex has that. They're more like built like condos. So Oceana is going to be the only one, and 5 minutes walk to the water. Well, maybe for them 7 minutes, but either way, 7 minutes walk to the water. You got to love it. All right. Hey, Vanessa, where you been at? Obsidian Lion, the co-keeper. It's holiday time. She's making plans. Yes, enjoying the holidays with family, love. Exactly. She's making plans. She's I know she's prepping. She's an entrepreneur. She's sitting there going, what moves can I make in 2022? Glad to have you back. Exactly. Obsidian, good to be back. Time for strategizing. Exactly. I know what she's doing. That's what I'm doing. Our cottage was $254K. There we go. I thought it was $250 or $230. I just couldn't remember. It's now $500K. Yeah, not buying a second one. Exactly. Hey, I got to regret that I didn't step in the game. My only regret, not buying the second cottage, is a big mistake. You know what's funny about that whole thing? Time and circumstance. 2016. I'm sitting up at my house, and I'm not even. My mind is like not even thinking of anything. Every day I wake up. You guys know when I first started this. You can go back and see my videos where outside you see nobody. I can just see mountains. It's just clear air, no problems, no neighbors. Well, I have neighbors, but they're never home because they have to work. And both parents got to go get their work on because they live in a high-end location area. I come outside nice and quiet, just hear birds, can see for 30, 40 miles. And so I wasn't even, that's one of the reasons why I said, nah, I'd never be in Florida and I don't want to deal with Florida. Forget that. And that's one of the reasons why I kind of just brushed it. I was just like, man, I ain't leaving Cali. I'm not even going to want to mess with that. I got timeshares in Orlando. That's good enough. I don't need to mess with Margaritaville. It's going to be upscale. It's going to be cool, but why even bother? And now look, that little decision, why even bother? I'm like living the life I'm living, doing everything good. I wish I would have joined in with that 1K down. Because like I said, I'm pretty sure it was 250 or 230 or something like that. Because I had the plans before they even built it. I might even have the plans here somewhere. If I have them, one of these days I'll break it out. But I had the plans. They're building plans and everything. And I still didn't buy anything. And it was cheap. And he's right. I wish I would have pulled the trigger now. Been seeing all that water in Florida and sinkholes come to mind. Wilson Koo. Hey, man. Hey, that's one of those things. What can I tell you? That's one of the drawbacks with Florida, right? That's why you gotta, I don't even know how you buy property in Florida without checking the ground. Apparently, the satellite map shows that there are lots of places that are potential sinkholes. That is correct. You know what's really weird? When I was a kid in Florida, this is in Fort Pierce, Florida, by the way, when my dad went to Vietnam. And I remember digging, as a kid, you're 3, 5, whatever, and you're digging stuff, and it's like, used to dig like seemingly only less than a foot down, water would start coming up. So right then and there as a kid, I was like, man, you mean the water level is right below? And I was like, I was always thinking that the house was going to go into the water somehow. And the weird thing is there's never been, as far as I know, any sinkholes in the area, but it seems like the water level, but it's actually went out because now they dig and there's no water coming up. In fact, I had to dig up the water when the water pipes broke, and I went down like 2 feet and no water was filling in. And I was like, oh, that's weird. So the water level must have been a lot higher then than now. But he's right. It's not that you don't have to go too far down to hit water. I will send you names of the projects around for Friday night. Actually, I'll also send you pics of Cirque du Soleil. Yes, I got the pics of Cirque du Soleil, the building, and I got the pics of Central Park. All right, I bought tickets for Friday night. I never been in that show before. Oh, Esteban Opio, tell me how much are they charging for Cusa, the show in the Dominican Republic, because it's high season, so they can get more. And they're in the Dominican Republic where generally the salaries are less for the Dominicans. So I want to know, are they charging over $100 like they do in Vegas? Let me know. All right, Wilson Koo. Well, if you move to Florida, better buy a boat. Vanessa Complicate. He's talking about a sinkhole where that's unretrievable sinkhole he's thinking of. He's like, once it goes down, it's not coming back up because it's going down. And it's not tilting and doing that. It's like gone. Oh man, that's the Bono. You will love it. Yeah. Cirque du Soleil is Cirque du Soleil. They have a ton of different shows. And it seems like whenever I've seen Cirque du Soleil, I'm like, man, there's so much stuff going on around here, man. Stop, slow down. I pay $90 per person. All right, Esteban Opio. Is this because you have special connections that it's $90 per person, or is that the going rate in the Dominican Republic? And 90, that's not too far off from Vegas prices. So I'm surprised by that. So we'll see. And Moses Tillman says, don't worry about the sinkhole. You're good. Is sinkholes really an issue? What parts of Florida? Actually, you're not going to be able to predict what parts of Florida a sinkhole arrives. There's no way to predict it. Generally, though, yeah, that's kind of weird. I don't know if they have sinkholes by the water. I don't know if they have sinkholes in Orlando. I'm pretty sure they probably do. They're in the center. But all I do know is I rarely hear of sinkholes when you're by the coast. And there was a reason, because by the coast at one time, remember, it was covered by water. The water receded to make your beaches. So you have a lot of beach sand already as the foundation, as far as I'm concerned, in Florida. So once you go in about, 5 miles, then you might have to start worrying about, but I don't know where the sinkholes are. But there's one issue you got to worry about. We'll need gator proofing and pontoons on the house. There you go. That's the one thing right there. If you live by waterways in Florida, there's going to be alligators. That's if you live by the canals or the waterways, they come up, they got to get a little sun. Yeah, that's the one thing that's crazy. That's the thing I can't get over in Florida. And in Cali, we see a river, we can go swimming. You're in a lake, you can go swimming. In Florida, your mind has to get tricked back into going, wait a minute, there's a lake there, nobody's in the water, and you're like, oh, this looks cool. And then all of a sudden, whoa, wait, there's alligators there. That's why nobody's in the damn water. The sinkholes are in the road that you drive on. He's talking about the potholes. Oh my. Okay, Obsidian, you can get maps that shows likely areas. That is true. That's very, very true. It's not what you think. Yeah, but Moses, he's actually talking about the actual sinkholes, the ones that occur every now and then. Like, the ones that swallow cars. In fact, since we're talking about it, yeah, he's talking about the ones where your car's just sitting over there and then all of a sudden it starts gone, or your house starts sliding into something. This like this here. Highest activity level occurs in West Central Florida because of the limestone environment. So West Central Florida. Oh, yikes. That's like Tampa. Or below Tampa. I mean, actually, it's below Tampa. So it's this green area here. What part of Florida has no sinkholes? Good question. Only 2 sinkholes have been recorded in county historically, and that is DeLand, De Leon, Deltona, DeBerry Springs. Isn't that east? I think that is. That's east, like by Daytona. So that's where. Oh, so there is a reported sinkholes in Central. Oh, that's West Central Florida. That's what they were talking about. So hey, this is what we do here, ladies and gentlemen. In case you're new, please smash the like button. It's 2 hours in. Let me see if we can get something here. Here we go. County by county, sinkhole, Central Florida. This is the sinkholes he's talking about, Moses. This one. That's the ones he's talking about. Orange County. Hey, that's Orlando. I-4 and into Seminole County. Here you go. There's a map. That's West Central Florida. So that's Tampa, Orlando kind of area. Seminole is north of that. That's Seminole County. I'm sorry. I was thinking of Florida State by Tallahassee. So here you go. Osceola, that's Orlando too. Seminole is Orlando. Brevard, only a couple spots. So see, we're out by the water in Miami. So not too many. Here's Volusia. That's Daytona area. This is a county, Volusia County, but you can see it's inland. So here again, this is Daytona Beach, and I'm circling right here. Not too many sinkholes have shown up historically, but inland, remember that 5 mile that I was saying? Because this is almost like beach, used to be beach back in the day before ice, when ice started receding. Here's Flagler. This is north of Daytona Beach. So again, not many. Oh, Lake County. This is Orlando again. So you can see Orlando area. That's where it appears where there's a lot of potential sinkholes. So there you have it. That gives you an idea right there. Okay, so mountain climbing gear to get out. Exactly what it is. Mountain climbing gear to get out if you can get out. People die from these things when they really drop off like that. All right. Here we go. Okay, so it is like Vegas. I received 40% off at the time of the purchase for the Kuza show. So that means it really is 130, 125 a person. Does this depend on location within the tent? Does this mean lower? Do they have lower level and upper level in the tent? I haven't seen the stand how it looks in there. But let me know. Gators are just living dinosaurs. Hey, you got that right. That's exactly what they are. Just like a shark and a few other animals that's in the water. Thanks, Wilson. Good to know. I've been to Cirque du Soleil in Orlando and Cancun, and it's an absolute amazing show. You will not regret it. Each of them have a different theme. Exactly. Can't wait to hit the one in Punta Cana. Kuza is in Punta Cana, and he's right about that. I can't say anything negative about Cirque du Soleil other than, like I say, for me, I don't like all the activity going on. There's things up there swinging around. There's people on stage moving. I kind of like it. Kind of is weird to me, but the shows, every Cirque du Soleil I've been to has never been 30 minutes. All right, never been 45 minutes. So just letting people know it's a show. You're going to get your money's worth, and that's why they're all over the world, and they have the production. Like Kuza could be in Vegas, it can be in Cancun, it could be in Europe, and then they have another production all over, a different name, different show. So, and in Vegas, there could be a Cirque du Soleil at the MGM, Luxor, and the Wynn. I mean, that's how prolific this is all over the world. So gators are like cows of the waterways with teeth. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they're worse than that. They might bite. I once saw DCM McGowan eat another man's. Oh, wow. Okay. I don't know. Oh, a guy from a different location. Nice. It looks like somebody stepped in. Hey, wait a minute. How did that get by? How did that get by? This might be a dumb question. Do you Airbnb your properties, Eric? Yes, Obsidian Lion, the code keeper. Yes, Airbnb. Victor Marrero, he has a management company, so I don't know if he knows what they use. They probably use Airbnb, VRBO, and other things like there was a company called Rently on Expedia, so they might be directly connected to Expedia and other platforms like Booking.com. But yeah, I use Airbnb and VRBO. That's what you have to do. And you can, they have an iCalendar. So you can link your calendar with everything. So it'll show availability on multiple platforms. And then when it gets booked, it'll close it out on all the platforms. So you can't double book. So that's how you do it. I've been living in Florida since 2007, have never experienced sinkholes around me. Plus, that's what you have insurance for. There you go. Okay. Pay $500 a year or pay $54 a year swallowed by an alligator or sinkhole. Vanessa Comagate. She's clowning. Your ex-husband has lived in Florida. I don't think he's encountered a sinkhole yet either. But it's $54 a year. So start doing that by 10 years. 5,000 or 600. There you go. I've been here for 30 years. I've never seen a sinkhole. Yeah, Moses Tillman, I've been to Florida a lot. And a lot of people don't know I went to the University of F. I've hung out in Florida a lot too. I've never seen a sinkhole either. And I mean, because I've driven all over Florida. You guys, in fact, I don't even have, you know what? You know what's weird? I don't even have something on the promo that I've been doing. So I shouldn't even say anything, but I don't have pictures yet. I don't know where they are. So I've driven up Daytona, Bike Week, Daytona 500, been in Orlando, all the parks, all that stuff. Tampa, St. Pete, Clearwater, hung out there. Hang out in South Florida, West Palm, Fort Lauderdale, Miami. On the west side also, Tampa, down to Fort Myers, down to Naples. Been in Orlando area, never seen a sinkhole, never nothing. So I don't know where the sinkholes happen, but so far I've never ran into any. I've been up north of Tampa, which I can't remember. It starts with an H. Can't remember the name of those places I went up there. And some weird stuff is up there too that I found. I found a place that has what they deem as mermaids north of Tampa. I'm driving and I find this place that actually has women put on mermaid suits, go in water and actually do shows, mermaid shows. And it's been in business for like 50, 60 years. I was like, that's incredibly crazy. But anyhow, hard to claim insurance if you are in the sinkholes, but as long as you check your area, you should be good. Yeah, Wilson Cove, sinkholes are like, it's true, there are sinkholes and alligators, but they rarely happen. Mountains, what that? Moses Tillman. Yeah, I don't know. There's no mountains in Florida, ladies and gentlemen. You might as well say, what's that? It's flat. Remember, Florida's underwater almost. All right, just keep that in mind. Seasons, what's that? Exactly, Moses Tillman. Tell them it's 80 degrees there today. What seasons? It's January and it's 80. Meanwhile, well, every other place it damn sure ain't 80. In Southern California, it might be 80. Florida, it's 80. Well, wait, North Florida, it's not 80. But anywhere from about Orlando and down, 80. All right, it's just hot, then turns to hot as hell. Hey, Moses Tillman, that's why you got to stay by the water. Get that ocean breeze. Because I'm going to tell you, after hanging down in Florida, even the summer was a breeze for me this last time, because the breeze was like, even though it was still 90 and 95-ish, but it didn't seem all that hot after I hung out because I was so used to Cali. But once I got used to the humidity and all that, summer was a piece of cake. But then again, I didn't hang in the middle like Orlando or none of that. So I don't know what happens in the summer. All I do know is this about the summer, though. Set your clock. 1 p.m., 2 p.m. There's going to be a shower in the summertime. Count on it. Andreen Miller. Okay, here we go. They say the same about Cali with the earthquakes. I survived big ones. Exactly, Vanessa. That's exactly what this is. It's the same thing when people go earthquakes, sinkholes, and all that, tornadoes, hurricanes. It's the same thing. But here's the thing that I talk about hurricanes and earthquakes. An earthquake, you don't know when it's going to happen. A hurricane, at least you can see it on a map. Now, granted, they do have these tornadoes that all of a sudden show up. But for the most part, you're not going to have a wooden house in Florida, or you shouldn't have a wooden house in Florida. You should have the appropriate home, the cement, concrete, brick house. So you don't have to worry about that hurricane. But the earthquake, it doesn't matter what you have, because if your house, if something moves a half an inch and then it moves another half an inch, there's nothing you can do. And then if it really does something crazy, rolling, now you got problems, which is, but again, people do say that about Cali. That's the thing that people say. They go, oh, you go Florida people, you have hurricanes. They go, yeah, but you have earthquakes. And then you tell them, yeah, what earthquake? What are you talking about? Yeah, we have tremors, but nobody's dying today until there's one. And usually we're overdue, actually, quite frankly, for that 7.8 or 9.2. We're overdue. Hi, Eric and SSN family. Andreen Miller's in the house with the icon. Thank you so much for being here on the SSN Nation Wednesday night live stream. Whenever I see this woman, it reminds me, welcome to the SSN Nation, SSN Academy, SSN University. It's all because of her. Hello, Eric and SSN family. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you too, Andreen Miller. And thank you so much for being here once again. And it's 2 hours, 24 minutes in. We keep rolling because we're talking. And it's, please smash the like button. It's free. If you like what we're talking about, please subscribe to the channel and click the all notification bell, because the shocking truth about making money, wealth is being stolen, but you do have options. And we've been talking about a few options because we've been a little more laden into real estate tonight, because when you have real estate and you're able to rent it out because it's a short-term rental, you still make money regardless of the inflation. And I should have pointed this out a lot earlier, Because inflation goes up, that also means I get to charge more. I told you guys on my Airbnbs, I used to charge like $279, $299 for Vegas. I'll use that as an example on a weekend for a 2-bedroom. Now I can charge $379, $399. That is the beauty of rentals. You get to stay ahead of inflation. Because as inflation goes up, people have to pay more, so they're charged more. So everybody has to charge more for rentals. So therefore, we get to stay ahead and we still get to make nearly, if not more, we get the same profit margins. You guys got to understand this. This is why you have to have assets. Just like if you own a business, you get to raise your prices because cost of goods and service and everything costs more. So you have to raise your prices. So as long as you have the same amount of clientele coming in, you're going to have the same profit. You don't lose. Unlike if you just have a job and rates go up 20%, you're not getting a 20% raise. That's why you have to create options for yourself, starting other businesses, whether it's a side hustle, whether it's whatever you want, you got to have extra streams. We have hurricane parties. Exactly, Moses Tillman. They don't know nothing about that. Because once you are prepared, look, a hurricane is nothing but high winds. So when you have a house that's built for high winds and you have generators, you're already set. You're not caring about hurricanes. You're like, we got generators, we got lights, we got whatever we need here for days. And keep in mind, Florida is a unique location along with all of the South. Florida, unlike Louisiana, is slightly above water level, sea level. The difference at Florida is even if a hurricane comes, sure, there's going to be flooding because there's going to be water everywhere. But generally, 24, 48 hours, it starts receding because of the way Florida is built. So that's the other thing. So he's right. Hurricane party because we're not worried. He's got that right. Obsidian Lion, the code keeper. In my area, I see vacant houses that are abandoned, but are in good shape at first glance. I'm not a building inspector, but the question is, have you tracked down the owner to take the property? Okay, you can't take the property. What area are you in? Because now you might help somebody who's going to come and get the investment. So, you go down to the recorder's office and see whose name is on there. Well, actually, you can look online now. And you send them a letter asking them if they want to sell. Oftentimes, if it's sitting there abandoned, those are the ones you want to buy. But you don't buy abandoned properties without inspecting them. Pay the freaking $200, $250 if you're serious about it. Actually, I'm just using California. I don't know how much an inspector would cost in the Southeast or whatever, but I'm assuming $200, $250. Pay them. If after you narrowed it down and you actually were able to go look at it yourself and you go, hey, this looks pretty good. I think we're going to be fine. Then just pay the $200, $250. Call it a day. It's a write-off if you're an investor. Anyhow. So that's all you have to do. Take advantage. Hey, it might be a good time for that. Moses T. We'll go to your neighborhood. That seems safe. There you go. That's it. Wesley Chapel, north of Tampa. Yeah, that works. Yeah, that works. I looked at my local tax appraiser and see the bank seized the property. There you go. Then you got to talk to the bank. But before the bank seized the property would have been a grand opportunity for you, considering this. So a person may be 3 months or 4 months behind. They might only owe $6,000. $7,000 by Florida property standards if it's in Florida. And then you could have made a deal with them. Most deals go something like this. A person's in pre-foreclosure. Most deals go something like, hey, you owe $8,000. And so therefore, I'm going to have to pay the $8,000 to get your property back to good standing. So I'll give you $5,000 to move, because otherwise you're going to lose it anyhow. And oftentimes people will go for that deal. Now, you have to put everything in writing. You have to put it in closing and get your ass to the closing table, because you don't want to give somebody $8,000 to pay it off and whatever. And you got to get your funding all set. But that's the deal that you do. You just say, I'm going to give you $5,000, $6,000. So that should be enough for you to move. And then, well, not that used to be, not anymore. You might have to go, here's 10, but now you're going to have to pay back that 8, but then get your funding, and you might not even have to pay it all, because you might be able to do an FHA or something if the house is in good condition, and only have to put down 3.5. Well, okay. Don't go by that. You put down 4% for your FHA. All right. So that might be doable. I'm just saying there's options. Come on, brother, at Wilson Coop. Yep, every day it rained in the afternoon, exactly, during the summer in Florida. Evening at Andreen Miller. All right, ladies and gentlemen, 2 hours, 31 minutes. Oh, that's cool. Mermaid shows. I've been in the summer before, so I'm really considering it. Yes, Vanessa Comagate. Like I said, I keep giving the virtues. After I sat here and I started really thinking, I was just like, wait. Because I'm just using simple stuff too that you can just simply see. Just write it down. Just go, how much do I pay in state income tax? And then wipe that off the table, because you won't have to pay it. Then you go down the list and go, how much do I generally spend in gas every year? And then you start realizing, wait a minute, I could pay $2 to $2.50 per gallon. So when you're filling up your car and putting in 50 gallons, well, it's not 50. Let's go 15 gallons, and it's costing you $75. And then in Florida, the 15 gallons cost you $45. Then you start going, well, wait a minute, how many times did I do that? And then when you realize you did it like 50 to 100 times, you're like, wait a minute, that's another 3 G's that I'm saving. So now you do the state income tax, you start doing the gas. Then you go, how many vehicles do you have? So then you look at your vehicle count and you go, wait, I got like 3, 4, 5. Whoa, I got 5 things that I got to register. How much does that cost me a year? $1,000, $1,200. And then you realize in Florida, you go, wait a minute, this would have cost me, 50 for my trailer, 50 for all of a sudden you start realizing, wait, $1,200 a year I'm spending for registration. Florida, I go there and it's only $350. Now all of a sudden you're like, whoa, that's another $700, $800 per year that I'm saving. And then once you start adding all this stuff up, and then you go your grocery bill, it's like I said, Victor Marrero, $100 gets 6 bags. You, Vanessa Comagate, you live in Cali. You know you are not getting 6 bags of groceries for $100. Even if you got, I don't even know what you could get, because even if you got what used to be cheap pasta, rice, or all that, those are $5 a box. So you can only get 20 boxes of spaghetti. So oh, wait, we got to have spaghetti sauce. That's $5 now too, or more. I mean, and hamburgers, $4.99 or whatever. Man, I saw some hamburger, $9.99 a pound. I was just like, is this for real? What the heck's going on around here? So when you start adding up all that, you get $100 for 2 bags in Cali, $100 somehow he gets 6. I still don't know what that was, but he gets 6 bags in Florida. If you start doing the numbers, you all of a sudden start going, well, wait a minute, I'm spending for that same $200, instead of just 1 week worth of groceries, that's like 2 or 3 weeks worth of groceries. That stuff starts adding up. So that's when I started counting stuff, and I was like, whoa, wait a minute. $15,000, $20,000 a year that would be saved. I'm like, hold on now. That I need. I need that. Moses T. We'll ask you about the area near you. Right on. It's cool. He's up in Tampa. Earthquake when you were on the 25th floor. It's a nice ride. You got that right. You were right, boss, about the quakes. For me, it's just the grace of God, period. Exactly. It's just a matter of time. One of the things I did in college, I took geology class. And most people don't realize that the reason why the Central Valley is where the Andreas Fault comes, most people don't realize that vault goes straight through the San Francisco Bay underneath the Golden Gate Bridge. That's the fault line. So that's why San Francisco has notoriously, every like 20 to 30 years, some major earthquake hits there because that's where the fault line is. And then inland, it's in San Andreas Fault, runs in the middle of California, which goes almost down to LA. And that's why LA for generally gets tremors. But outside of LA, when you're talking about Palm Springs and some of those other areas, that's why those areas get the 9 point, I don't know if it's 9, but 7.9, 7.8 up in those areas a lot more than just strictly LA. But here's the thing. There is something about it, California kids. If that fault line did move just right, the beach could be Palm Springs damn near. That's all I'm going to say. I don't like that kind of roller coaster. I'm just go to Busch Gardens. There you go. There you go. I'm in Tampa. Exactly. Busch Gardens, Tampa. Moses T. Was going to check if the window's open for the parachute jump. There you go. Got to have parachutes. Lots of love. Victor Marrero. Obsidian Line, the co-keeper. What area is this? Exactly. Everybody wants to know. Those kinds of properties I can get you a loan for. Uh-oh. There we go. There we go. Here we go. Those type, Victor, I'm sorry. The area is Leesburg, Georgia. Oh, yeah. No. Yeah, that there would be a lot of abandoned homes there. Okay, I drive a lot, so I have a composition book full of properties that are abandoned, but I found out the city is now buying these properties for what I do not know. Okay, Obsidian Line, the code keeper. Here's the situation. They get no revenue from abandoned properties. So it's worth it for the city to do either eminent domain or take the properties. Because remember, the city doesn't really have to buy the properties. If people are delinquent on their taxes, they get the property. Or they can use eminent domain situations. So what you're calling buying, I don't know if they're really buying. That's all I'm saying. Because if you abandon something, I don't know the rules in Georgia. But generally, if you don't pay your taxes in about 2 or 3 years, then it comes up on a tax situation. And because things are abandoned, most people will not, even if you're a tax person, you're not going to go in there and take and buy a tax property that needs fix up where nobody's coming to rent or live. That's not going to work. So the city takes over the properties for nothing. So keep that in mind. So it may appear they're buying it, but there may not be. So keep that. And the other thing you might want to do is you can check the tax lien tax sale scenario and buy a tax property. Now, remember, even if you buy the tax property, a person can redeem it usually in 2 years. So they have, after you buy it, 2 years, they can pay you the tax plus whatever the state allows for the interest, 6%, 7, 8, whatever. So that might be a way that's something you can do for cheap. And that's why the city's trying to buy it up before somebody like you or another investor comes into town. You see where I'm going with this. Tiffany Young, those things may not even be on the grocery shelves right now. The shelves are becoming bare, out of control. Exactly. Third world country, Tiffany Young. You guys heard me tell you, America is a third world country. You just don't know it yet. You know why you don't know it? Because once you're in denial, you stay in denial, just like I've been in Cali, believing the Wizard of Oz. Everything's lovely. Everything's cool. I'll pay the extra money just because. Brain dead. Now I'm sitting there like, what was I doing paying this extra 20, 30 G's because I live in Cali? I'm like, it's not necessary. The same thing I can get in Cali, I can get in Florida somewhat. The infrastructure is different. Yes. The same nice weather and the change of seasons? No. The same thing I can get on a plane and be in Vegas, LA, San Diego, Scottsdale, San Francisco in an hour, hour and a half. No. You know, I'm giving up a lot. Lived in SF when they had the one that collapsed Oakland Bay. Oh, 1989. 1989 during the World Series. Yeah, some of those planks dropped. That was wild. But in Oakland, that whole bridge dropped, collapsed. That was terrible stuff. I want to gather more information on fix and flips in my area. Okay, hypothetically, if I buy a foreclosed home, can I have access to it? Yes, you have the equity. So if you buy a foreclosed home, so let me put it to you this way. A foreclosed home, okay, let's just, in fact, ladies and gentlemen, let's just go real time. This is what we do here. This is SSN Nation. Leesburg, Georgia. Zillow. Let's just go pull it up. Let me see if I can find Explore Homes in Leesburg, Georgia. Okay. I don't know where Leesburg is, but we're about to go check it out. So here we are. All right. So we're going to go look at this. Let's go for sale. I'm gonna take this out because I don't know exactly where this is comparison to the ATL. Okay, none of these ring a bell. I don't know where this is. Is this in the mountains somewhere, or where is this? Okay, here we go. We got I-75, so it's just off I-75, but Valdosta. Okay, Central Georgia. That's cool. Macon. All right. So what is this? Like an hour and a half from Macon or something? It's off of the freeway a little bit. Is this what we're talking about? Look at this. See, this is it right here. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. 175,000, 1,600 square feet, 265 for 2,200 square foot house. 169, 289, 280. 459 for a 3,200 square foot house. That's interesting. 499 for a 4,100 square foot house. Well, where I'm from, that's a mill. Cali, this is a mill. Crazy. Prices are escalating in Georgia, even in Leesburg. What's in Leesburg? There must be something there. So none of these are abandoned. So Obsidian Line, the code keeper. It looks like if you found a foreclosed home, it appears there may be some value that you will have. You'll have equity. And so now it all depends on what these it appears you have a fix and flip market. So I don't see where there's going to be a problem. If you have people selling homes for 250, 300, but these look new. Here goes this is interesting. A manufactured home for 180. Okay, that's interesting. This appears to be brick homes over there. Yeah, there's like tornadoes and things that happen. So yeah, that's good move. Brick home, good. 469. All right. So on here, there's a ton of, here goes something 729,000 in Georgia. Man, Georgia's going up in prices, ladies and gentlemen. And this isn't even in Atlanta. This is in the middle of nowhere, as far as I know. Is there a factory there or something? Because these prices are crazy. $25,000 for a lot. $58,000 for something with on the river. Okay. $34,000 for 2 acres. Well, $1 million. All right. Well, then I don't know where these abandoned buildings are, but if we're talking about Leesburg, I don't see a problem here. I really, really don't see a problem. If you want to do something crazy, these lots, 0.63, half an acre, you can do. This is prime. Okay. Unfortunately, I can't really say in Georgia how much they charge. I don't know how much they charge per square foot to build a house. So I can't really say if this would be a good deal or not. But all I'm saying is if you can get a lot, let's say $35,000, and you can build a 2,000 square foot house. I don't know, for 125. So you're basically in for like 180, I guess. Is it worth a stretch? The house might be 250, 260. Okay. Make an extra 180. Is it worth it? So anyhow, I know Obsidian Lion Keeper's going to let me know if this is what we're talking about, Leesburg, Georgia. If they have foreclosures there, I would look at it. Thanks, Eric. I have a long-term rental in Columbus, close to Fort Benning. Can be an excellent choice to buy a long-term rental, but it has to be close to shopping areas, schools, and hospitals. Exactly. The amenities are major. That's what you need. 2 hours, 45 minutes in, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go for a record on the Wednesday night live stream. So please smash the like button. If you like what we're talking about, please subscribe to the channel, because the shocking truth about making money is you're still going to have to make money regardless of age. You don't get to rest on your laurels, but it helps if you have things in place where you can make extra streams of revenue. All right. Very close to me, Victor. All right. Not in the mountains. Exactly. Not in the mountains. That's good. Yeah. Exactly. You never really think that you would see some of these things that are happening now. Exactly, Tiffany Young. You got that right. We can loan up to 80% LTV. Wait a minute. And we do you a loan on stacked cards for the payment to the seller for deposit. There you go. There you go. Exactly. So Wilson Koo's on top of it. He knows exactly what I'm talking about. So if you do, whoa. Wilson Koo, are you going to tell me you're doing an 80% LTV that I can go into a foreclosed property? Now that's pretty serious. What does my loan, my credit have to be to get this 80% LTV? Because that's pretty good. That's pretty high. So normally on a foreclosed property or pre-foreclosed property, somebody says, I owe, like I say, $8,000. They're about to lose the house. They've been in it for 10 years. So they're going to have 20% equity. So that's the easy part. But what credit do I need? 720, 760? What do you need? That's the ultimate question, because 80% LTV is pretty good. So in this case, Obsidian Lion Keeper, Lion the Code Keeper, this appears that if they do have this loan value, this loan package together, if you have the right credit score, it appears you can do damage. As long as they're in pre-foreclosure, there would be a notice that comes to the courthouse. Then you have 90 days or more to deal with the person. And in these days, you can get funded and closed within 30. So now you have two things that you can do here, because now you have all the power if you have a way to get that funded. All right, Wilson Koo's gonna. Oh, don't even do this to me, Wilson Koo. I knew you were gonna bring this up. I just knew he was, because when you buy foreclosures, you're gonna need a rehab, and so now here we go. He brings this up: 100% ARV for rehab. What he means is Obsidian Lion, the Code Keeper, is those houses that are sitting there abandoned. What he's saying is they will give you 100% of the value after it's fixed up. So if you have an appraisal of one of those abandoned buildings being worth, let's call it $200,000, they will give you $200,000 for the rehab property. So you can buy it at 150 or 130. They will give you the rehab money 100%. But what is the credit score? I believe it's 680 and up, I believe. But we'll find out. He'll let me know. Very interesting, Wilson. They have been going a while, Eric. The abandoned buildings are not on the MLS. Yes, they're not on Zillow. I realize that. So that's why you have to figure out what the value is and who's like tomorrow. Tomorrow, you should go look at an abandoned place, a few of them, if there are that many available, and you should be figuring out who owns it, which you can look it up online usually these days. And if it's not the city or county, then you should be writing a letter or contacting these people to see how much they want. Because you actually have something right now. Wilson Koo just gave you 2 ways you can make this work. 100% if you have the right credit score. And what credit score, I don't know, but I'm thinking it's going to be 680 and up. The 80% probably, I don't know what it's going to be, but I'm pretty sure it's 680 and up. But I ran into something today that I was going to post that somebody's, in fact, let me go look at this. I might show you guys right now because I took a screenshot because it was online. And it goes along with something like that. Here it is. Look, 75% LTV, 650 min credit, simple underwriting, 100K to 25. Any property type, 650. So if they're doing it, that means the loan product is available. Even Wilson Koo will probably have that. Here we go. I can get you a modular house for under $259K. Yeah, modular homes in Florida are way cheaper than that. Uh-oh. Yes, have 700 plus credit will give you a better shot. Yeah, I was hoping you were going to do 680, but 720, obviously 760 gets you there. All right. But like I said, that's why I brought out the 70, because once they start doing this, they're going to have to do this when they raise the interest rates. They're going to start coming with this 2005, 2006 situation because they need people to keep buying. So they're going to do these loan packages that almost anybody breathing sooner or later is going to be able to buy a house again. This is good information, what I needed. Exactly, Obsidian Line, the code keeper. That's why this is the SSN University, SSN Academy, SSN Nation. Hold on. Speaking of SSN Nation, where is it? Let me get the SSN Nation up. SSN Nation. This is why you should be here. And this is why people need to ask questions. Because he's walking around where there could be money to be made with abandoned buildings. And now he's sitting there and figuring out before. He's like, well, I got to buy the building. I have to put down 25, 30%. What am I going to do? And now he may have a way to do this because an abandoned building is going to need fix up. So you can get 100% after value. So therefore, if the abandoned building is you can get it for $100,000, and then after rehab it's going to be $200,000. Go see Mr. Koo. Quick, easy funds, or send me an email at Eric at Stop Struggling Now or support at Stop Struggling Now, and I hook you guys up, and now you have funding. All right. Oh, wait, Wilson Koo states. I keep forgetting. There's so many variables in real estate. Doesn't matter what state it's in. If there's a restriction, or is there a dollar amount restriction? Because oftentimes, since we live in Cali, and if people live in New York, you can't do certain loans because no, you're not getting 700,000. You follow what I'm saying? All right. Wow, Obsidian, you might be sitting on a gold mine. Exactly. He's been watching that gold mine disappear because the city's been buying up the property and didn't know that there was a way that he could have gotten in on this gold mine. We can do 680, but it is also looking at the kind of lenders that make the interest rate higher on the other side. Yeah. But here's the thing. Let me put things in perspective for everybody who may be a naysayer about higher interest. So here's my point. I'm going to make it clear. I'm going to use that same 80% loan to value. All right. That's what you're going to give. But now, instead of giving somebody a 7% loan, they go, hey, man, your credit score is 680. So we got to up it. You got to pay 8% It doesn't even matter. Let's just call it 10%. You got to give us 10% interest. Well, here's the situation. You're going to still take it because you're going to tell them, you're going to go, okay, hold on. I'll pay the extra interest. But on the other side of this, I want 0 points on a resale. Now, they might not do it, but see what when you ask for the 0 points, you just never know. They might go, okay. The reason why you ask for 0 points on the resale, on the out, if you resell it within a year or whatever, is because that is your whole game plan. You're going to give them their 10%, but you're only going to give them their 10% maybe for the first year, maybe for 2 years. But after that, we're refining. And I'm not going to have to pay any points on the refi, right? Because I own the house. And I had that deal on my exit on their loan. I have no points to pay because I didn't take 5 years or 10 years, whatever, for the funding. Anyhow, I'm just giving you guys something to think about. That's what I used to do. I'd make the lenders give me, if I had to, I'll do anything. Get me in the property. I'll pay the 10%. I'll pay that because I know in 2 years I'm refining. And I'll be able to refi at a lesser rate. In fact, I'll refi before 2, if depends on what the loan says. But I'll do that. I'll do a refi because all I need is 6 months for seasoning. I don't know about now, but it used to be like 6 months seasoning. So in 6 months, I'm refining anyhow. I'm out. Now because my refi interest rate is lower, now it drops to 7 or 6 or 5. All right, keep that in mind. All right, that's how you do it. All right, you're right, Vanessa. Question, Eric, is the housing market in a bubble? Should I be buying right now? Okay, housing market is in a bubble. Stand by. The interest rates are going to go up. It's like I said, it's going to be 0.025. That's it. It's going to be minor, but that's enough because the prime rate is going to rise. So if you can get a loan right now at 3.5, now it's going to go to 4, even on a 0.025. All right. So the bubble is here. Prices are going to go down, but there's no, you can't, you can't. I'll put it this way. I'll just put it plain and simple. In real estate, you make your money on the way you buy. So yes, we're in a bubble, but the point I'm trying to make is you're talking about abandoned homes. That's what you're talking about. You're talking about a fixer-upper. So you're going to be able to buy the property cheaper than the bubble price. You're going to be able to sell at the bubble price right now. So therefore, you should be getting in on one of these abandoned rehab things where they're going to give you you're only going to need a lower loan amount. So it's not going to hurt you. So if the homes that you're looking at is going to sell for $250,000, you can buy an abandoned home for $100,000. You can get it fixed up for $150,000. You only owe $150,000, so you're below the bubble. Now, if you can sell it, you're good. If you can't sell it, you're still below the bubble. If you're going to move in it, you're still below the bubble. So you'll still be good even if the prices drop. So it's a win-win, especially on abandoned building and foreclosed properties. You still have your value below the bubble price, or you better. Okay, no restrictions on the state. Oh my God, it's wide open. Okay, then the next restriction has to be what? The highest amount that they will loan. All right, New York City and large cities like that are going to be a bit harder for deals. Of course, I have realtors tell me it is not as easy for New York City, but their process for real estate is slow. Exactly. New York City, I don't even get it. It's like the financial capital of the world, but everything they do there is like hems people up. It hems people up unless you're in the Wall Street crowd. They won't hem you up there. But if you're trying to do anything else on an OC level, these guys, man, I don't get it. Obsidian Lion, the code keeper, your knowledge on the subject is paramount. Well, thank you so much. There's other people here as well, but that's the difference. Some people talk about what you can do. Some people have actually done what they talk about. So this is not from a book. This is not from somebody telling me. I've done all these deals. All right. So that's how I know you can. There's so many ways you can set things up. Sometimes it depends on what the seller's trying to do, who the seller is, where the property is. It all depends. That's why there's no set way to do it. It all depends on how you structure your deal based on what the seller needs. And that's why I go through so many different options, because if you've got an abandoned house, that's the easiest one of all. You don't have nobody to talk to. If the house is abandoned, the only question then is, how much are you willing to sell this abandoned house for? And I don't want to hear some crazy price. That's all you want to do. And then your next question is, when they tell you a price, then you just need to figure out, okay, is this house worth 100,000 more than what he wants, or is it worth 150,000 more? Once you determine that number, then you go, well, how much is this to fix it up? And then once you add the purchase price, put the fix-up price, and once you determine that the fix-up price and the value of the house after it's finished, which of course, if you get an ARV loan, then the mortgage company and all them guys are going to help you with that. But if you say, okay, it's 50,000 more, 70,000 more, and whatever that number is you can live with, then it's a go. And that's how you buy real estate. You don't go, I'm going to buy the property and then figure out how much it's worth later. That's a losing proposition, because now you might buy a property for 100. It might be worth 200, but then you didn't do your due diligence and get somebody out there to figure out everything that's wrong with it and figure out how much is it going to cost to fix everything, plus add on 10%. So if somebody comes out to your property and says it's going to cost you $50,000 for this rehab, you best add on 15% more. Just add that in. So therefore, if they say it's 50, you might as well just call it 60. Even though in your head, he told you 50, you might sign a contract for 50, but in your brain, you better say 60. So you know it's going to be 160. If you know after that the house is only worth 200, it's up to you at that point to determine, do you want that $40,000 spread? Me personally, I don't want a $40,000 spread. I want like 100. All right. Otherwise, why go so close to what happens? If the house price goes down, there's a crash, you're going to be in trouble you're going to have to hold the house. Versus if you're able to buy a house and you spend 160 and it's worth 250 or 260, you can deal with the 30% crash, because you still are going to be able to sell it for 190. Still get your money back. Still pay everybody off and walk off with 20, 30 G's. You're still going to be good. So those are the things right there. Here we go. You can refi up to, 6 to 12 months. Exactly. Still the same. Refi at 6 months, 6 month season, 12-month too. But 6 months is, 6 months. And like I said, you get a loan, you get somebody, look, okay. Real estate 101. Here's another little feature. Wilson Koo, here's the question. So let's say a person wants to get a loan. Most people will get a package back and they'll say, okay, it's going to be 4.5%. There's a point for this, a point for that, meaning 1% here, 1% there for this, that, and the other. If you resell within 1 year, 2 years, we want 1 point. They have all these little poison pills in there. So most people think that that's the only lender. So that's what another fallacy about real estate. Wilson Koo could come to you and say, hey, we got this lender. This is the best one, yada, yada. Most people assign, not realizing that you can negotiate. Most people just take what they see on the paper and they sign it going, they'll take a 0.5 point for this if you do that, this and that and the other. But if you know that you can negotiate and they bring you something and then you start looking at the stuff and you're like, wait, because you know I'm going to refi this in 6 to 12 months. Why am I going to pay a point? Look, a point, ladies and gentlemen, start thinking about this. You resell the house for 200 grand. You got to give these guys 2 G's for something they even have nothing to do with. But all I'm saying is you got to start thinking that you're the boss. Somebody's giving you a loan you qualify for. Somebody else might say, hey, Eric, you know what? Okay, you want that extra point? Then you're going to have to go from 4.5 to 4.6%. And then I'm like, no problem. You know why it's no problem? Because when you start doing your mortgage and you go 4.5% to 4.6, all of a sudden you're like, well, then that's worth more than freaking that's a lot less than a point on the end of the day. Look, check this out. Check this out. Check this out. All right. 200. 4.5. That's 1,013. Check this out. They go, Eric, we want 4.65 in order for us to give a point up. Okay? What's happening here? Wait a minute now. This didn't give me a number. What's happening? That can't be right. Go to 5. Okay, there we go. What happened? Let me see. Did I miss something? Oh, okay. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. $1,013 is my mortgage. They go, Eric, you got to pay 4.65 now. Look at this. $28 a month, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, I know I'm refining 6 months. So I'm going to pay 6 times, let's call it $30, $180. Why am I going to give them 1 point? Even if they go 4.75, Eric. Okay, I pay an extra $30 for 6 months, $180. Why am I going to give them a point? I'm not. I'm taking the 4.75. Hell, they do something crazy and said 5%. Okay, I'm going to pay an extra $61 a month for 6 months. $366? Exactly, I am. I'm not giving them a point for when I resell at 200,000 or I refi. All right, you guys getting this, right? I'm sorry, we went to SSN Nation, we went to Academy tonight, but there's all these things that you guys got to think about. It's all negotiable. Don't just settle because you're happy to get the loan. You're already approved. Once you're approved, now they don't want to lose the loan because there's other loan opportunities, other lenders that are willing to give you a loan too. Now you're in the driver's seat. They're like, we're going to give you a loan. I'm like, sure you are. And this is what I want. And then they're like, what? I'm like, yeah, okay. We're moving to, what's the next lender? Where's the next lender? They don't want to miss out on a deal that they know you qualify for. So you start making the deal, the proper deal for you. Okay. When buying your foreclosure, check the note that is attached to the property. See what they have written in the original loan and the note for the foreclosure. Yes. Wilson Koo dropping gems as well. Ladies and gentlemen, you are missing the Real Estate Academy tonight if you're not here, but hopefully you share this video because this information a lot of people don't even realize exists. He's exactly right about this. And to expand upon what he's talking about is there are sometimes, okay, you got to pay attention to deeds. There's sometimes somebody has a foreclosure, but it's because they have a part ownership or they put a lien against the house. That is not the foreclosure, the ultimate owner of the house. So you got to know who's in position one. All right. So just keep that in mind. So that's kind of what he's talking about there. And there's things such as where somebody will lease the land and sell the property, which is crazy. Got to be careful. So that's why ultimately you always go through a title company. In America, you always, anywhere, always go through a title company and get somebody to do a title search You will be surprised at what comes up sometimes, and sometimes a title is not clear. What I mean by this, 20 years ago, somebody says, I am doing a quit claim deed over to somebody. Okay, it shows as a recording. Then you find out that that person owned 50%, and you see that deed, but because there was no another sale, you don't see that other deed. But then the title company comes back and goes, hey man, this title's clouded. This other person never sold his portion over, and everybody's been running off of this one deed. Now we got a problem because that other person, you got to get them to sign their property over. And now we got issues along the whole line. That's a property you can't buy, shouldn't buy. I'll put it that way. So you do have to pay attention, but that's why you have a title company. You make sure they do the title search. And that's why you pay these guys the, what is it, $1,500 to $2,000 to $3,000. That comes out from your loan. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, when you get your title company, basically, you don't pay them. Your loan is going to pay out of the proceeds from the loan. All right. All these you got to negotiate. Obsidian Lion, will this be your first home? First time home buyer? If so, you can buy as your primary residence and get a better interest rate. Exactly, Victor Marrero. Here we go, man. You guys, you're getting gems tonight from the SSN Nation. He's exactly right. Then you turn around and rent a room. In a couple years, repeat. There's another playbook. Your wealth is being stolen. Not anymore. First-time home buyer. That also presents all kind of options if it's first time, because now you're FHA. FHA, you only need a 620 credit score. Or I'm sorry, 640 credit score. And you only need 4% down. So yeah, you can do all kind of things. And this is a good point, Victor Marrero. Thank you so much for chiming in and letting people know some more gems. Gems, gems, and gems. Y'all are dropping gems. There you go, man. It's real out here in the field. It can't be your primary residence. Yeah, you're referring to the ARV loan and the rehab loan, right? So it's all good. It takes less money to get the house to rental standards than trying to fix a home to sell. That's true. Plus, keeping the house gives you tremendous tax saving advantages. Exactly. Exactly. Victor Marrero's on point with the added benefits of keeping the home in your name, renting it out, or even living with a roommate, and the tax advantages that go along with it. He's right about that. Thanks, Victor. I'm taking notes. Wilson, what is the name of your company? Quick, easy. Funds.com is one way to get in touch with them. I don't know if there's an official other name, but that's the website. All right. I will let you know what the points are for changes, and I will make sure you are aware of the points that cost you. Exactly. Wilson Koo knows exactly what I'm talking about. But a lot of people accept what they see. They're like, okay, I'm going to live in this house. I'm happy that I got my 30-year loan for 3.92%. And then other people like me, I think I'm not probably going to live here forever. So when I do get rid of this place, or if the property value skyrockets and I want to refi, I don't want to pay these guys again for a loan, one-time loan. So I immediately start changing up. And every time. In fact, I don't even think I ever got turned down. No, I never did. I've never been turned down now that I think about it. After I got approved, and then when I would say, hey, man, there's a point over here on my refi or resell. What's that? No, I don't want that. Then they would come back with, well, you got to pay me an extra percentage or whatever. I'm okay, but I'm not paying you no freaking 1%. Our houses here are $400,000 or $500,000. They're not 120 grand. So when you start talking about, oh, I'm going to give you $3 grand, $5 grand, $6 grand, that is not going to happen. You already gave me a loan, and I'm giving you points already up front for this one. I'm not giving you points on the backside. So I start changing things up. I try to get points taken off from the front side. Because I'm just like, I'll just go to another lender. I'm qualified. I'll just go see somebody else. Somebody else will give me what I want. So I tell my mortgage guy, I'm like, dude, find somebody else who's going to give me my terms. All right, there you go. Okay, there you go. QuickEasyFunds.com, Obsidian. Okay, thanks. Do your title search, as a loan will not get done if we find the issue. It will kill your deal. Yep. Therein lies the whole situation. You always should do the title search yourself. And he's right about the deal will yeah, that's a no-go zone. You will not get a loan if there's a title problem. The reason why is because the mortgage company or the lender, their first position, they're not going to be traipsing down the rabbit hole of trying to get people to sign documents from 10, 15, 20 years ago. You can forget that. So he's right about that. So that's why you always have to do your preliminary title search yourself. And then that's why you go down and open up title and escrow. And then generally, you're not going to have to pay, but at least they do a title. In fact, you can call a title company and get a preliminary title report for free. A lot of people don't know that either. All right. So there goes another tidbit of information. All right. And so here's the thing, Obsidian Lion Keeper and everybody else that wants to be in real estate. If you seriously want to be in real estate, there's a few moves that you need to do. First, there are places like Chicago Title, American Title. They're usually all over America. And so generally you pick up the phone and you say, hey, I'm thinking about buying property in Leesburg, Georgia. Can you get me a title report from there? So one of them might say, yeah, we charge. The other one might say, no, we'll get you a preliminary title report. However, the caveat's going to be, this is just a preliminary title search. When if you decide to get the property, then we do the full title when you open escrow. All right. So keep that in mind, but you can get the preliminary for free generally. And if not for free, then you need to get to be known with the title company. You go down there, you shake hands, you see people in person. Hey, I'm here to buy some property. How much you guys charge for escrow? And of course, they're going to give you a list that says, well, if you buy property between 100 and 200, we charge that. If it's 300 to 500, we charge that, whatever. And then, of course, you start negotiating immediately. Look, real estate is negotiations all the time, but generally the title company is not going to negotiate that much unless you start bringing, like doing multiple deals. Then you get to be VIP. Then, of course, they might take off a few $100 from the escrow. But hey, a few $100 and you do that a few times a year, it comes in handy. All right. So these are little tricks of the trade that a lot of people as investors, they're spending a lot more money than they need to going in and going out. So when you start realizing that you're the boss the whole damn time, except you just been taking things as status quo. Somebody tells you the escrow fee's 5 G's. You just go, okay, 5 G's. That's what's on their paperwork. That's good. Then you sign contracts with the lenders. Oh yeah, they take a point or 2 points here and there and whatever. And you're like, okay, all the lenders do that. I'll sign. Once you start realizing you can negotiate on all these points, then you start doing it. And then next thing you know, you're like, man, I saved myself 5 G's. And 5 G savings is 5 G's profit on the backside. Think about it. All right. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Do your title search. Yeah, you can get preliminaries and you might even be able to get a little better than that once you know the title company and they know you're in business and investor and doing things. They'll actually start doing them for free. I had I can't remember I think it's American Title in Humboldt County, or was it Chicago Title or Fidelity Title? I can't remember. Anyhow, the guys up in Humboldt County, I was doing so many properties at the Shelter Cove at the time. They literally were giving me like, my escrow was literally $1,500. Literally. It was crazy. Their paperwork said my escrow was supposed to be like $2,750 or something like that. They just were like, okay, man, you're doing so much properties. We'll just charge you $1,500. Never had an issue because they did the title searches and the $1,500. And again, the $1,500 came at closing table when the people paid, because I was the seller in this case. So that's how I got the pitch to the buyers. They were like, oh man, it's going to cost me like 3 G's for escrow. I'm like, no, it's not. So I'm going to give you that $1,500 savings. That's why you're going to pay me my dollar amount that I want. So it goes both ways. All right. And when I bought properties, I always said you got to go through, it's not Chicago, it's not American. I can't remember the name of it. But I would say we got to go through this title company because I get discounts. You get discount, I get discount, win-win. So keep in mind, you have options. All right. This is something I actually never talked about before, which is very, very interesting. This is cool. 3 hours, 21 minutes in, and I can't believe we're still here, ladies and gentlemen, on a Wednesday night live. This is a record, I'm pretty sure. Please smash the like button. It's free. And if you like what we're talking about and would like to join us later, please subscribe to the channel and click the all notification bell. But because nobody tonight has said they received a YouTube notification, nobody has said they've seen the trailer tonight, that means not that many people were sent out the information about the live stream. So please, down below in the description, sign up for the email list, which is the newsletter. And please sign up for our social media. That's at the very top. And if you like free things, then I have the usual. The free $10 of Bitcoin from Coinbase. The free $5 of Shiba from Webull. The free stocks from Robinhood and Webull. Get your other real estate, ladies and gentlemen. That's Unstoppable Domain. Unstoppable Domain is crypto. EricBird.crypto. SSNLifestyle.crypto. StopStrugglingNow.crypto means people can send me crypto to my .crypto address. I don't have to give you my Coinbase address. I don't have to give you my MetaMask address, my KuCoin address, my Gate.io address, those digits, that alphanumeric digits. All I have to do, you just got to put in StopStrugglingNow.crypto, hit the send button with the crypto. I get it. It's beautiful. That's real estate, especially since I can put up a website there, which is on the blockchain, which can never be taken down by the government or the ISP. You got to love it. All right. That's the beauty. First American Title. Thank you. Good God. That's the guys right there. Thank you, Vanessa Comagate. There you go. First American Title. That is who I'm talking about. Thank you. That's the guys I used to have in Humboldt. That's the man. That's the guys. These guys used to do great, man. I probably shouldn't. Well, statutes of limitations are up. I'll tell you guys a story. I have people that can get your business or corporation with trade lines from 100K to 1 million and up. I have people that can get your business or corporation with trade lines from 100K to 1 million and up. Well, Wilson Koo, therein lies the situation again. Is it PG, personal credit score needed? And how many years in business? And what revenues does the business have to have annually? Those are the questions. How much revenue do I need to come in monthly? Do I have to have a personal credit score of 720 and up? And there's more ands, but we'll start with that. All right, Wilson Koo, where do the lines post? Dun & Bradstreet or Experian, Equifax? Do tell. Vanessa, let me ask you, Vanessa Comagate, let me ask you something. If somebody's going to give you like 100K, do you really want it to post? That's the question that I want to know. Do you really want it to post when somebody gives you a loan? I tend to go with, I don't want it to show any place. That's how I deal. I was a funder for Countrywide and dealt with them all the time. There we go. Vanessa Comagate. Yeah, Countrywide at one time was, yeah, they were doing big time things. Big time. Okay, so you are not selling trade lines. My bad. No, he's actually getting funding. He's actually giving the trade lines. So you may qualify because I'm pretty sure he's doing the trade lines, which are actual loans or lines of credit. So we'll figure it out. But no, he's actually giving you funding. At least, wait, maybe he is giving trade. I have people that can get your business or corporation with trade lines from. Yeah, I'm assuming that's funding, but we'll find out. All right. Yeah. First American title. So check this, man. First American title. I did some deals where I don't even know if you can do this these days. No, you can't even do what I'm about to tell you, come to think of it. So anyhow, First American title, I used to tell them, they would go, Eric, you have like, let's call it I remember one deal. They had me a check and it was around 69,000. So I was like, I'm going to have to go to my bank and deposit this at $69,000. That triggers a situation. I'm like, that triggers a problem. They're like, yeah, I know. I said, yeah, because it's over 10K. They're going to write the report, say I cashed it for 69. So I said, you need to authorize your bank. And I can't remember what their bank was. I said, you need to authorize your bank and let them know that I'm coming to your bank and I'm going to get the $69,000 direct. They were like, that's not usual. I said, I know. So I cashed the 60. They got approval. They called up the bank and said, yeah, this guy's coming in to cash the check for 69K. So before I left Humboldt, and that's the other thing. Humboldt's like 6-7 hours north of Sacramento. So people used to always go, man, how come you always go to your closing? I said, because I'm an investor. What's wrong with you? It's a write-off. I'm going up here, hang out, go eat, go drink, get some money. It's a write-off. I just did a real estate deal. When are you guys going to get with the program? So I drive up there 6 hours, 7 hours, whatever, hang out. So and at that time, you could get 50, 60K from the bank. You can't do that now, though. You roll in, they'll be like, I'm sorry, you better come back in another day or two. In fact, we're not even going to give you that in one lump sum. We'll give you 20. We'll give you 30. We're not giving you 70. What are you talking about? All right. So all these little tidbits like that. Yeah, I used to be in the real estate thing, big time. No PG. They will put up info on your business and will be on D&B if you want, or it will be all 3 credit reports. Okay, so we're back to what Vanessa Comagate was talking about. You're saying you're going to pay somebody and they're going to actually post the trade lines on your business credit report. Oh, this is like, whoa. Hold on a second. That's pretty serious. Yes, it's funding if your company has trade lines, but hold on, I might be wrong, Vanessa. He might be saying they'll actually put that to show on your report. That creates a whole nother ball game. It will show on your corp and you will be able to get larger lines and your corp will have 2 to 5 years. Vanessa, he is talking about trade lines. Oh my God, is right. She's exactly right with this response, ladies and gentlemen. If you've been here this long, you just now got dropped a big time nugget. He's talking crazy now. Oh my God, that's gangster coup. We got to talk. Wilson coup. Man, don't be talking out the side of your neck. You know we keep it real here. This got to be legitimate. Don't be playing around. Don't be doing this crazy talk. What you're saying right now is crazy talk. So I'm going to ask you, who can do this? I mean, I already saw what you said. But this is a whole nother ball game, and you need to start stepping up the plate right now, because I'm going to ask you, how much are we talking about that the business is going to have to pay for this? I want to hear this number, because the number that you're going to tell me, I have a feeling I know what it is, and it's going to say five digits. I don't want to hear 5 digits, is all I'm trying to say. Boss, you're stuttering. Yes, Vanessa, I'm stuttering, because what he just gave out right there is major. This is a game changer, because people who have an LLC or, that's the other thing, LLC, S Corp, C Corp. If your business has 3 lines of credit and it says 100,000, what he's doing is talking like crazy stuff. If it says 100,000 in 2 years, line of credit, all good standing, and there's another one that says 50 and another one that says 150, from that point on, you go down anywhere from your business standpoint and say, I want $25,000, you will get it. So now, this is why I'm stuttering, because what he just said is crazy. It is real, and you need to email me off the channel. You are paying around $4K, but my 1 mil lines will be higher. Okay, that's what I expected. I expected that. Okay. I know. It's absolutely a game changer. Exactly, Vanessa Kamagay. And he's been holding out on us this whole time if this has been available, but maybe it just came out. Yeah, this is almost like, I won't get into it. Not right now. We'll talk about this offline. All right. Off the live stream. But ladies and gentlemen, you just got a lifeline, a huge lifeline. Huge potential lifeline. And Wilson Koo, now you do realize there is another level to this, right? What you're saying. Because the next level is, if you say, I'm going to add this line, and then after I add the line, this other company is going to approve you for X amount, or roughly these approximate numbers. If you have those 2 things in play, then that makes the whole game more valuable and more people will do it. All right, here we go. Cool. You've been holding out. Let's talk offline for sure. Exactly. I just got into this in December before the end of the year. All right. Okay. Glad you told us about it. Yes, there is another level to the game. And ladies and gentlemen, I slipped up and said it. I slipped up and said just what he just answered. Yes, there's another level to the game. Ladies and gentlemen, you do know this is really a game when it has to do with money, right? The shocking truth about making money. You were sitting there panicked about it's money, it's this, it's that, and the other. It's actually a game. That's what it really is. It's a game. It's not really that serious. You can do all kind of things once you know what's available in the game. So a lot of people, I didn't know Wilson Koo just has this new level of game that just showed up. But that's what it is. So when you're in the top 10%, top 1%er, it's a game because you now know what pieces you can move around the board, and you can do things that 90% of the population doesn't know that they can do. So therefore, that's why you get to stay ahead of them. And that's why you can almost turn nothing into gold if you have the right tools before you. Now, sometimes you got to pay $4,000, $5,000 for these tools because everything's not free. And sometimes you don't. So keep it in mind. All right. I am very familiar with this. So, oh my God. Yes, Vanessa Comagate she's a entrepreneur, business person. I'm sure she has ran across something like this before. But back in the day, it used to be 10 G's, just so you know. It's worth every dime. Exactly, Vanessa Comagate. What he's talking about is something that, let's just put it this way. He just let the cat out of the bag. And what people don't realize is the top 1%ers, this is how they get funding endlessly. And this is what they do. They open up another corporation. Then they pay somebody 20 G's. They let it sit for a year. Then that seasoned out with all these lines. They've been in business for a year. And then the next thing you know, they're sitting there talking like, yeah, I'll just get a $250,000 loan. Line of credit, no less. So, yeah, it's doable. And that's why they don't even care about their credit because they don't need it. They have the money. I'm talking about, the guys, $1 million, $2 million, and all they do is shelf corp. I shouldn't say shelf corp. Subsidiary. And then all those companies, they just paid like 15, 25 G's and they have all this stuff. And then they have a holding company, and then they can always get loans from each of their holding. The holding company has a value because they're underneath, and then each company has its own separate value. Oops, I shouldn't be talking about this. I shouldn't be talking about this. Yes, I paid $5,000 for mine 4 years ago. Exactly, Vanessa knows. I have age corps all day long. Exactly. I'm not trying to get into the age corp status, but that used to be a big time thing. But the age corp is kind of a different scenario at the moment. We will talk off campus. We talking too much, boss. I know, because I got a little giddy. So I started talking. You got that right, Vanessa and Eric. You are exactly on the money. Yep, exactly. So I did let out the cat out the bag. But the reason why you people don't know about it, a lot of people don't know, Vanessa knows, Wilson knows, a few other people know about this, is because once you're an entrepreneur, you talk to other entrepreneurs and then you find out, you're like, hey, how come you got a holding company? And then why do you got 8, 9 subsidiaries? And then the next level, it goes, why you got stuff offshore? It starts getting real crazy. Because remember, you're offshore, you're in a whole different credit, business banking environment. Just remember that United States, you have an EIN number, you have an TTIN number, business. Remember, the rest of the world doesn't run on EIN number. They have a different system. So if you have an offshore company, you're on a different system, and now you're at it again, which means you can borrow money from a different country internationally. So there's so many different things. You are running out the river. Yeah, exactly. Is the Discord up and running? Moses Tillman. There is the Discord group, yes. I don't know what up and running means because I'm an amateur at the Discord. I don't even still know how to do the announcements where it has that little cone so you can talk. It turns into like a thread. but we'll get there. And I knew he was going to say this. I knew he was going to say this. I knew he was going to say this. Even if you don't have a corp, we get you. I knew he was going to say that. How did I know he's going to say that? See, we're already saying too much. Wait, I think I kissed something. I have to rewind. If Wilson is saying what I think he is saying, I had to take care of something and I missed it. I am running that back. Tiffany Young, he is saying what you think he's saying. SSN Nation has a lifeline. Yes, it's going to cost you about 4K, 5K, 6K, 4K, whatever. But it's doable. It works. What can I say? I think I missed something. Yes, you did. You did miss something. Yes, boss. You need a Discord. Vanessa Comagate, Discord link is down below. The invite link for the Stop Struggling Now Discord is down below. I'm going to say it. I don't know Discord, how that works yet. I've avoided it because I've been working on SSN Lifestyle and a few other things that I have to learn some things about. So, but I just do have Discord. It's there. Link is down below in the description. All right. We need to edit this video. You got that right. Hey, don't worry about it, Wilson Koo. We're shadow banned. Don't worry about it. Only 200 or 300 people is going to see this. So don't worry about it. They don't push out the SSN Nation information because the information we give out here, a whole bunch of people can use. They don't want this information out because our information is different than other people's. Other people, the same thing we just talked about. I know people that charge 5 digits. And not only do they charge 5 digits, they charge 5 digits, and then the people don't do it. Yeah, scam. So when we start talking about this, I'm relying on Wilson Koo for it to be legit. So that's the thing. There are a lot of people that talk about it. They got tons of views. But SSN Nation, we talk about the real deal. The video won't get that many views. Don't worry about it. There won't be 10,000 views. Don't worry. There's only going to be 250 max, 350 max. So we don't have to worry about it. All right. And we don't have to worry about it next year neither because they don't push out any old videos either. Let's call it what it. Yeah, I'm calling you out, YouTube, like always. What the hell? You guys not doing the right thing. Tiffany Young, this info will change your life, girl. Exactly. Wilson Koo. Yes, sir. Cool, man. We might need a special Zoom meeting. Yes, Moses Tillman, you got the business. You got that right. You got that right. Yes, cut off the last hour. That's funny. That part. You're telling the truth. Yeah, it is legitimate. There you go. There you go. Because a lot of people talk a good game about this, and then it turns out that they were just scamming people out of $10,000, $15,000, $20,000. And one of those, well, I won't even say who it is because there's actually somebody that runs companies that always tries to get things going, and they actually did this, and they had people paying $3,000, $5,000, $10,000, $15,000, and then down the road they found out that they couldn't be done. And there's certain things that when people start saying it, talking, you know that it can't be done. Wilson Koo hasn't said the part about what can't be done, but we're not talking about this tonight. We've already talked about this little bit too much. So he let a lifeline out there. If anybody's interested, you know where to find us. Support at stopstrugglingnow.com. Wilson Koo, quickeasyfunds.com. You guys know where to find us if you're interested. So you can get in touch with him. I'll send you his email and he'll have your email. And you guys want to do that, you can talk to him about it. I cannot vouch. Okay, I'm just saying that's his. Wilson Koo is a member. I'm not associated with his business. So whatever happens, I have no disclaimers. But all I'm saying is, if it's done properly, then that opens up a whole new world. All right. I am watching the replay of the convo and I'm rolling on the floor right now. Yep. They charged a lot of money and it turned out to be net 30s. Exactly. Exactly. That too. Exactly. So that's why I have to go, is it legit? Because that's the problem. When you go through another party, they do things that it looks legitimate. Like, let's say 100 companies do it. And then because 100 companies are good, then all of a sudden out of the woodwork comes 100 scam artists. Because now nobody can determine the difference because everybody gives these good stories. And then all of a sudden you get, wait a minute, this didn't happen. Then the next, that didn't happen. Now everybody's suspect. Guy has been doing this for a while now. Cool. Cool. I will find him in the daytime with a flashlight. Exactly. We really need a meeting on this. How can we sign up? Hey, Tiffany Young, you have Mr. Koo's email address, right? Send him a message. And if not, send me a message at support@stopstrugglingnow. I think you do have his info, but send me an email at stopstrugglingnow.com and we'll do that. Speaking of that, yeah, Wilson Koo, we got to talk. Email. I'll email you about this because this actually could be something else. Because as you guys know, we do have something called SSN Lifestyle. And so this would be something good for that as well. And that presents other situations. My brain starts ticking. If it's, see, my thing is there's so many people that were scamming people that I just turned away and stopped talking about this. Me and Darcy, when I had Darcy on, we talked about business credit and we talked about this type of funding. But that was 3 years ago almost. And at that time, it kind of was good. And then all of a sudden, some of the people that they were doing business with went off the reservation because it was so popular that people were going to give people without question 15,000, 12,500, 20 grand. So people started running off with hundreds of thousands of dollars instead of doing what they said they were going to do and what they were doing already legitimately. So it got kind of sketchy. So that's why I never really got into it or talked about it. Not everyone can do this well, and he does it well. Okay, that's what we're talking about here. Exactly. We can be the test dummies. Then you can clock a lot of funds. There you go. Exactly. That's exactly right. Okay. I will email Wilson. I am so serious. This could be the start of getting my freedom papers for Tiffany Young. Freedom papers. That's what we're talking about. If you don't know what we're talking about regarding freedom papers, search the channel, check out the videos. That's so you can be self-sufficient, financial freedom, get your freedom papers. I have 2 LLCs, but one is very new. The other is about 1 year and 6 months. Tiffany Young, that won't matter in this case because they can do other things. And so both of your companies, new, I don't know what new means, 3 months, 4 months, 6 months. Either way, both can get handled. All right. I had a guy doing it 4 years ago. Then it went left because people didn't pay their loans back. There you go. That's the other side of the coin. That's the other side because now the lenders are looking at that guy funny. So see, and quite frankly, Vanessa, that's one of the whole problems that came up as well. Because on the other side of the fence, now that you have the scammers in the game trying to just collect and not really do it, now you had the legitimate ones doing it, and then you had people doing the unthinkable. Their lines of credit, the loans they would get for hundreds of thousands of dollars, they didn't use it for business. They were using it for personal. And then filing bankruptcies or just blatantly not paying it back at all. And that's a problem. And so that changed the whole industry up, and it messed things up big time. Ask who if age matters on the LLC or corp. I don't think it's going to matter much, because you're going to be 6 months or a year in, so you're still going to be good, because they're going to give you a age on the yes, it was a disaster. So stupid. Exactly. And like I said, there's a guy, I'm not even going to say the name, but there's a guy that's been trying to do something. He started with credit cards, and now he's trying to do something else. And he started some club where, people paid thousands of dollars and then told people they're going to get loans. And I was like, man, because the bottom line is everybody wants to get these loans and not pay them back. And that's the problem. They're getting these 200,000, 150,000, 90,000, 50,000, going out here buying stupid stuff, not something to create revenues. And then they got everybody messed up now. Just stupid, like you said. It's just ridiculous. No matter what age. Exactly. I knew he was going to say that. Because you're putting it on there. It doesn't matter. You're qualifying. It's showing you're good. And then it could be, well, I won't get into it any further. But wow, I am sending you an email after this live, Wilson Koo. Exactly. All right, ladies and gentlemen, SSN Academy was in full effect tonight. SSN University, and gems and nuggets were dropped. And if you came late, you got it. If you are not still here, then you missed it. So maybe you're going to see this in replay. But SSN Nation in full effect tonight. And again, the shocking truth about making money. Well, you just found out tonight that there's several ways that you can make money and not even have any money. How about that? All right. There's ways you can make this work. So hopefully you saw this video. I'm about to wrap this up. My voice is getting a little hoarse. We're almost at 4 hours, which is a record. I want to thank everybody for being here and their participations. And oh my, thank you for the donations. Wilson Koo, Obsidian the Lion Keeper, Miguel, the new member. Thank you so much for being here. And let me see. I believe I missed one. And unfortunately, I can't get up to the top. Let me see. Can I get up to the top? Because I missed the donation part. Okay, let me see. Nope, I can't get to the top to see the donations. But Wilson Koo, thank you for the super sticker. Moses Tillman, thank you so much. I remember Moses Tillman. And then Obsidian the Lion Code Keeper. Thank you so much. All right, for the donations tonight. I humbly appreciate it. And tonight, man, when you really start thinking about it, man, the donations up the game. Not from me personally, but Jesus. This whole information from Marrero talking about the tax advantages to Wilson Koo talking about the lending and loan. I'm still stuttering about that. From the Leesburg information where there's abandoned homes, from how you can get funding and financing for your rehabs, this just went all the way over the top for the shocking truth about making money and your wealth is being stolen, how you can recapture your wealth. You have so many options now, ladies and gentlemen, just tonight. And never mind about when I was talking about the Airbnb experiences, that for something you already do, you play the piano, you're a musician. Okay, one of your experiences, people coming over from out of town, use your experiences. You teach, charge. You charge for the experience coming over to learn some chords or something. Come on, play the piano. It doesn't matter, the sax, whatever. Whatever you do that you're good at, you can charge people for. They'll be willing to pay you. You're a good cook. Okay, then charge. You have cooking lessons every Friday or Saturday or Sunday, whatever. People from out of town, they'll come over and do it. You go surfing every weekend. Okay, we'll have people come and teach some surf lessons for freaking an hour or two. Make some money and go surfing. Come on. It's wide open. It's the Wild Wild West. In fact, we're a third world country, ladies and gentlemen. Have you guys not got it yet? That's what basically this is turning into. Think about this. When you go on vacation to undeveloped nations, everybody knows what you're going to expect while sitting on the beach. People are coming by saying, buy this, buy that, buy this. People, the taxis are driving around. People are, you need transportation. People are stopping, willing to help. Right? That's what we're devolving into right now in America, where everybody has to have an extra side hustle. So you're going to be asking people for, hey, do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? But now we're a little different. We have Airbnb, so you have experiences. I think Twitter or somebody else is trying to do this exact same thing. I don't know which platform it is, but they're trying to come out with their own places. I believe it is Twitter. So this is going to be a way of life coming up. Okay, so keep that in mind. Wilson Cool. Okay, cool. Thanks for the gems and the fun. Thank you for providing all the gems. Good live tonight, boss. Happy New Year, baby. That's right. Happy New Year, baby. You never know what's going to be said here. Signing off for the evening. Thanks for the info and the promo. No problem. Thank you again for the donation. I appreciate it, and I appreciate your support with the icon. Happy New Year's, y'all. 2022 has got to be better than 2021, right? Hey, Tiffany Young, it has to be. And you know what it takes for it to be better? You. That's it. You're the one that has to determine that. So get on with it. If there's ways, you're going to have to take risks, ladies and gentlemen, but you might as well get on with it. And with all that said, I'm going to go through the spiel again. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. And I know it's hard out here, but there have been some gems that were dropped tonight that could alleviate some of your problems. So hopefully we went over some options for you, because the shocking truth about making money is you need to make more. And while you're making more, your wealth is being stolen. So you figure out how some of your wealth cannot be stolen, aka taxes, aka registration of vehicles, aka your gas that you put in your car costs $2 more than everywhere else. Once you start figuring out how your wealth is not stolen, you can use some of that wealth to create more wealth. And with all that said, keep your head up, keep moving, and I'm out.